Is anyone up for challenging the undefeated champion?
So, I already mentioned this, but we did get lighter. So we do have some off-stream footage to go through first. We'll go through his trial once we have caught up here. Okay. Sorry, just let me toggle a few things around here. There we go. And so there is currently an event we're going to have to finish up in-game called Help Kai. And one of the requirements was to do some agent invite events over the course of 2 weeks. So I had to do some of those off stream. And for some reason, it just automatically marked itself as completed before I even touched the event, which was strange. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that. But yeah, I did the first week of this, and then the Arpeggio Fault off stream. That, thankfully, I only really clipped the lore items and the unique dialogue interactions. This is going to be a fairly long bit of catch-up, just because I went through some Bond events that we'll have to replay here. You may hear that my voice is rough because I just got up. I spent most of today sleeping after trying to catch up over the last couple days. So I'm not going to read through a lot of event dialogue, at least at the beginning here. But yeah, the HAI is collecting some survey information, and this is going to have us do some odds and ends. Yeah, see, I only completed one of them, but I claimed I had done 5. So we're just going to skip ahead here. So, impressions of Lighter. So, how many people has Lighter defeated? You there? Yeah. What's up? Let's hang out. Give me a while. Oh, okay. Challenge suddenly appeared. But it's fine. Settled in one punch. Where do you want to go? Anywhere's good with me. But the open space on the corner of Lumina Square? I know Lumina Square, but I'm not very familiar with the area. Can you send me the coordinates for the exact location of the vacant lot on the corner? Of course. Yeah, thanks. I want to get lost. Oh yeah, don't forget to decide on a time. Also, Alex Lee voices the cringe Pac-Man alien from Secret Level, which I called Next Level last night. Oh well. It's like kind of 50-50. Some of those are great. Some of those are competent. The Pac-Man one is really bad, unfortunately. It's way too edgy. It's like Bomberman Act Zero. And like surprisingly gory, just out of nowhere. Loading times. You're here. You know, I never knew this kind of place existed at Luminous Square. It's miles away from the crowds, secluded and quiet. Just perfect for thinking about life. Only problem is, it's kind of small. That's just how it is with city real estate prices these days. This park is under my jurisdiction. Is that so? And thank you for letting me use it. Speaking of which, anything you want to do? Let's work out. Workout, huh? Some workout equipment here. How about we do some pull-ups? Sure, just you watch this. Okay, I'll study your form. You grip onto the bar with great confidence and give it a try. Why are you not moving? Let's give that another try. You eventually struggle your way through a single pull-up. Feels like your arms are about to snap off. Mr. Leiter, please be my teacher. I'm no teacher. This is something I'm pretty good at. Under Leiter's tutelage, you grit your teeth through some intense practice. Finally, you manage to upgrade from a loser who can only manage one pull-up into a tough guy who can complete 2. This really is cause for celebration. Oops, didn't realize I'd gotten this late. Happy times always feel shorter. Time for me to say goodbye. So I'll see you soon. I'll see you around. Okay, see you next time. Never knew the city had places as quiet as this. So we're still catching up with the Outer Ring crew. Have you been busy at work? I'm never busy. Work can always wait till tomorrow. Sons of Caledon? It's not some sweatshop. Want to meet up in the city? I was waiting for you to say that. Where should we go? Let's meet up at 141. Can we be telepathic? What were you just talking about? Nitro fuel. I want to buy nitro fuel. Correct. As a reward, you can come with me. Man, my voice is rough. But I also need to stop, like, blowing it out on all these characters, so... Am I hallucinating, Proxy? How are the shelves labeled nitro fuel completely empty? Not hallucinating. No, I heard there's a shortage. Huh? Ugh. Oh. God. This scroll bar is not large enough for the length of the video. I'd rather go blind than see empty shelves without any nitro fuel on them. Not having any nitro fuel is like being a fish with no water, a car without gas, employees without pay. What do I do, Proxy? Scarlet Noble threw me through a loop because the Crimson Nobles are a thing in Wild Arms. Find a recipe online and make some yourself. I'm sure there's some cringe TikTok videos that totally don't encourage people to poison themselves. An online nitro fuel recipe? Let me do a quick search. 50 grams of fructose, 125 milligrams of taurine, 50 milligrams of lysine, 1 milligram of nicotinamide, 50 units of vitamins A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Is nitro fuel that nutritious? Ugh, I've lost interest. Gotta add some of Bernice's secret seasoning. We discussed nitro fuel alternatives with Bernice. She's facing the nitro fuel shortage crisis with a positive attitude, but Bernice seems to be trying her best to look fine when she's not. A passing logistics bamboo is visibly on the verge of tears after Bernice cornered it, inquiring about the next nitro fuel shipment. Please give me back my nitro fuel. I'll do anything. What's up? Nothing going on these days? Even a proxy wants to slack off sometimes. Gotcha. Want to come and chill? I'm in Blazewood with everyone for a few days. Any suggestions? There's market during the day, and I heard there's going to be a meteor shower tonight. You should come see it perfectly here. Want to come? I'm all about that meteor shower. No worries. I'll wait for you here tonight. Don't be late. I was kind of trying to avoid going to Blazewood in case I stumbled into something, but it ended up being okay. There you are, Proxy. About time. So I'm late. No worries. Shooting stars aren't just... Grab a drink first? Bertie's whipped up something special for you. They rode out into the where's everyone else? They rode into the wilderness saying they could see better in a place with less light. I was planning to give you a ride there, but if that's the case, you might end up stuck overnight with us, and your sister will worry about you. As long as you're there, it's cool with me. Really? I'll take you there next. Oh, look, a shooting star. Did you catch that? Oh, let's focus on talking with you. No sweat. There'll be more shooting stars. You paused chatting with Caesar, gazing up at the sky. As Caesar said, more meteors start appearing in clusters. At that moment, a colossal meteor streaks across, illuminating the entire night sky with its bright green glow. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't choose that option. It was the first time I've seen a shooting star so bright. Yeah, me too. By the way, you city folks make wishes on shooting stars too, right? Did you make a wish? Wish we'll be great friends forever. Hold on. See, that wish is toast. Hey, no worries. Because we're already great friends, Wise. You and Caesar continued chatting while watching the shooting stars. As time flies, the night sky becomes quiet again. Whoa, I didn't realize it got so late. Great time with you, Caesar. Yeah, same here. Safe travels, Proxy. And I believe we leveled up friendship enough. Oh, it's you. Perfect timing. I'm thinking. Just now, a few students suddenly shoved a handful of candy in my hand and ran off. As they ran, they shouted some strange things like, "Don't give up and keep going." You don't think I might be... It's all because of the sunglasses. And sunglasses all the time really can lead to some misunderstandings. Similar things have happened before. At that time, I took on some simple freelance work. The client was a warm-hearted person who insisted on treating me to a meal after the job was done. After that meal, the employer blocked me. I was going to say blacklisted. I heard that it was because I was still wearing sunglasses during the meal. He thought that I thought that I was better than him. Why didn't you take off your sunglasses? Still don't take them off. Seems like you really like these sunglasses. No, still, don't take them off. That's the proper delivery. I can send you the link. Speaking of, what should I do with this candy the students gave me? Such a headache. Shouldn't just give it all back right away. Teach them together. Does it like candy? That's a good idea. After all, it's a gesture of goodwill from the students. Let's share this candy. Every time I come here, it feels like there's all sorts of surprises. Thanks for chatting with me. Oh, Proxy. I'm really low on energy. Please leave me alone. I'll be able to buy some nitro from the convenience store before I pass out. Feeling. It's like hoping your car has enough fuel to get you to the gas station. Are you suddenly so out of energy? Look at the camp has a new engine. I must do focus on developing a new fuel formula for it. I only drank 7 bottles of nitro fuel in 10 days. When I came to my senses, I was out of nitro fuel. Bernice stops talking after answering your question. Is she in power saving mode now that she doesn't even have the energy to talk? Oh, what can I get for you? Are you okay there? Would you like me to call you an ambulance?
Don't bother. Scream all you want. No one will come.
Wow, it's just completely bonkers! I really wanted to choose Give Me a Banana.
It looks like she's talking gibberish because her blood sugar's low. Quickly, give me a nitro fuel to recharge her.
You practically force feed Bernice the energy she needs. She gradually regains her senses.
I just saw a huge door open before me, filled with this beam of light. My heart was filled with infinite happiness. And just as I was about to step through the door, someone stuffed something into my mouth. And so I missed the rest of it.
Spit out what you just ate, and you'll probably see that big door again.
Thanks. I'm back now, full of energy. As for the pearly gates, I can hold out another 150 years, right? To avoid any similar disasters in the future. Let's exchange numbers, so we can call for help if we ever need it.
Really feel like watching some cute movies, but someone said my definition of cute could be a little misleading. So how do I describe it? Maybe I want to watch. Need some more clues? Oh yeah, I heard about this movie called Blacktails with all these cute animals on the poster. Just suddenly had to see it. Have you guys got it? I'll try to find it for you. Hit me up when you find it, okay? Thanks. Knock knock. Found the movie you wanted? Well, that's fast. I'll be right there. Hang on, I'm setting off soon. Didn't think I'd bump into you on one of my rare trips into the city. Must be fate. I was destined to catch you. So how much money do I owe you then? To be honest with you, money's too tight to mention lately. If you don't mind, how about next month Why, you scumbag, you don't even remember me. Almost beat you in the underground fighting arena. Ah, you're not here to collect any debts. That's a relief. You're just as annoying as before. I don't want to hear another peep from you. I just want a rematch. This time I'll definitely take you down. Nope, I've got to refuse. What, are you afraid? Afraid to lose to me this time? Not so. This isn't exactly an underground fighting arena. Why should I fight you if nobody's paying me to? You only fight for money? Why else? Why else? Plus, I'm doing just fine and don't even need the money, so I'll pass, thanks. You literally just said you can't pay your debts. Damn, I've been training non-stop ever since I lost you. I don't care. Today, you and me are gonna brawl. That escalated quickly.
What a hassle.
It's happening again. How many people has Lighter defeated?
Hey, manager. Funny seeing you here.
Don't try to change the subject, Lighter. One way or another, we're settling this today.
Okay, I give up. You win. Congratulations.
Are you looking down on me? Dang it, if this is your attitude.
The agitated youth shoots a fierce glance at you? While you're at a loss, Lighter suddenly steps in front of the youth, exuding a different murderous aura unlike before, if only for a moment.
Don't even think about it.
Hello, Smurgy. Welcome on in. You were playing some Marvivals, some Marvoverwatch. How did that go? How are you enjoying that? Who are you maining? I have not touched it yet. I've got other things I need to be doing with my time, such as slogging through this. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Of course, as per usual. Okay, just going around the whole circuit. I'm honestly, when it comes to both like Overwatch and fighting games, I'm very much a character specialist, which I know is contradictory to how those games are supposed to be played, but you know, it takes me a while to kind of warm up and figure out, like, okay, I can, at least figure out a character in like each role. So, I've got a healer, I've got a tank, I've got a DPS, Moon Knight, interesting. My Overwatch skills, my preferences were generally like D.Va, Moira, and Brigitte. A little bit of Mei as well in there. I'm hoping that there ends up being a character that's kind of like Brigitte. I really like crowd control, even though everyone who plays Overwatch whines about it all the time. So I hope there's somebody who has has a decent stun ability with some sort of defensive attribute, because it's just fun being able to lock down and isolate someone and take them out. Yeah. Hope you had a good one, man. If you of course need to take care of yourself, get something to eat, drink, or get some rest. I know it's late. I just started stream because I fucking slept all day. So I'm here and I'm live for some reason. And I'm replaying some stuff that I recorded off stream because getting the motivation to stream this game is rough, and there are like weekly things, and this is yet another reason why I think I might end up stopping my streams of Zenless Zone Zero after like another update or two, because it's too much. There's just too much filler. But I need to get back to that. So by all means, man, you are welcome to hang out. Otherwise, like I said, take care of yourself.
Let me be clear. If you dare lay a hand on this gentleman, I guarantee you'll be in very, very big trouble.
Ha! So this is your weak spot. That's even better. I've been wanting to push you into action.
Lighter remains silent, but his intense gaze behind his sunglasses seems to be cutting through the air, the atmosphere around him turning heavy. The young man, clearly unnerved by his aura, is still trying to hold his ground. After a few tense moments, Lighter suddenly relaxes his stance, as if weary of the drama, and lets out a sigh.
Let me ask you a question. What are you fighting for?
To prove I'm the best, of course. I'll become the strongest leader in the mercenary world has ever seen, and I'll start by taking you down.
That's quite ambitious. So tell me, what qualities should the strongest leader have?
Qualities? Naturally, you gotta be the strongest and most powerful fighter.
Is that it? Have you actually taken the time to understand your team members? Do you know what kind of leader they want? Can you make the right decisions? Can you protect everyone? Can you help them grow? To take it further, do you even have people you can call true companions? Being a great fighter is the least of a mercenary leader's concerns. Without the support of their peers, a mercenary leader, no matter how strong, is meaningless. That's just some advice from my experience. Take it or leave it. But until you get your team in order, I'm not gonna waste my time facing you.
You... Fine. I'll let it slide this time, but next time we meet, I'm gonna win.
The agitated youth turns away and leaves. As he walks off, he seems to take out his phone, probably trying to get in touch with his companions. Although he refused to acknowledge it, he must have taken some of Lighter's words to heart. Yeah, Lighter's sort of animated music EP suggested that he led a...
Sorry about all the drama, manager.
mercenary group in the past. And then shit went bad.
I can tell you're pretty good at persuading others, Lighter. You just didn't want to fight him, right?
Ooh, you got me. I really didn't want to fight him, but I didn't expect him to be so easily persuaded. That saved me a lot of trouble.
Were you perhaps a mercenary leader once?
I'm probably the last person anyone should pick as their leader. I mean, a leader shouldn't faint at the sight of blood, right?
But it's okay for the champion to pass out at the sight of blood? You're just saying that, right?
Whoa, that was a sharp comeback. I'll be honest with you, it's no secret. I was once just like that guy, a self-important mercenary leader. And eventually, I got what I deserved. I was abandoned by half of my companions.
But at least you had the other half, right?
Thanks. You're really good at comforting people.
I mean, I could have just
Anyway,
said, I'm
If you
sorry.
need someone for a job, feel free to reach out to me. I may not be a mercenary anymore, but I can still have my connections. Well, let's call it here for now. Since I don't come to the city often, I've got quite a few things to take care of. See you later, manager.
So I think we're just waiting for Bernice, and then I think Lighter also DMs us the next day. Ah! Bernice jump scare. Proxy, I want to borrow a videotape from you, but I forget the name. All I remember is that it was about a scientist who predicted the hollow disaster ahead of time and tried to warn people, but nobody believed him. It's a pretty abstract name, nobility or something. Nihility? That should be it. Sorry, I'm not very good at remembering names. So you have Nihility? Don't worry, I've already found the Nihility videotape. That's good. It was so reliable. Just happened to be in town. Your shop is on 6th Street, right? I'll come and pick it up when I have some time. His shades make him look cool, but also bring trouble. Uh-oh. I'm cornered.
Chilled nitro fuel would be the perfect match for this movie. Suddenly, I feel like drinking some. Can I watch my videotape here before I go?
Sure, but I don't think we have any nitro fuel.
That's cool, I brought my own.
Where'd you just pull that nitro fuel from? Hang on, I have to know where you were hiding that.
Does that really matter? Don't underestimate the fuel expert of the Sons of Calydon.
Calydon. You watch Blacktails with Bernice at the video store. Bernice laughs and cries, but it's really hard to understand what exactly is generating those responses.
Oh, I love that movie! Everyone else in the world turned into paper but me. Don't you think that'd be super interesting? Now that's a world I'd like to live in. I'd bring my fuel and flamethrower, of course, so I could play with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Play what exactly?
You wanna know? Then come with me. Just me and a you.
Bernice seems totally caught up in the movie. Looks like she's really into it.
The only problem with the outer ring is that there's not enough fuel. That's the only thing I like about New Eridu. I might start coming to New Eridu more often. Mind if I come by and hang out now and then?
Sure, I'll make sure to find some time.
Okay, it's a deal then. Come on, let's down this nitro fuel to toast our friendship.
Not sure if I trust her to promote the video store, but sure. Yo. Trox, this is good, manager. You did that on purpose, didn't you? Whoops. It's just force of habit. I forgot to... Oh my god, I skipped through that dialogue way too fast. Forgot to correct myself there. Here to pick up the videotape I mentioned. Oh yeah, besides the tape, there's something else I've been meaning to ask you.
Yesterday, Caesar and Lucy had another heated duel and did a number on the only vintage videotape player in the camp. So, as the manager of the best video store in New Era do, could you lend me a player so I can watch this movie?
I mean, clearly I can't
Of
trust them.
course, it'd be nice if you also happen to have a little space for me to watch it.
Yeah, we've got a player in the store. Let's watch it together.
I knew you'd come through, almighty manager. All right, let's watch it together then. Let's hope it's a good one. I'd hate to waste this precious chance to watch something together on a B-movie.
Watch the movie Nihility with Lighter. You didn't expect him to be so into it. There's one little question. Why is he wearing sunglasses while watching a movie indoors?
I know the movie's over, but why are you staring at me, manager? Is there something on my face?
Can I ask you something? Why are you still wearing sunglasses?
To cover my eyes so you wouldn't catch me dozing off during the movie. Kidding, I'm kidding. You went to great lengths to find this videotape for me, so of course I watched it gratefully. Honestly, since Nihility is a disaster movie, I was expecting some more graphic scenes. You know, blood and guts. Seeing blood makes me dizzy, and passing out in your store probably wouldn't be so good. People might get the wrong idea. But even without any extreme gore, the movie was still scary enough.
You're scared? So disaster movies are your weak spot, huh?
No, it wasn't the disaster scenes that were scary. The scariest part for me was when the decision maker in the movie ignored the warnings of a hollow disaster from the scientist and made the wrong choice. The most ridiculous thing is that he'd already realized the danger, but chose to ignore it out of a false sense of security, which ended up causing countless people to be consumed by the hollow. Nothing in the world is scarier than that.
That is fair.
That's a weird fear. Are you seriously scared?
Scared of
Yeah,
ignorance.
I am. I may
in the
look
hands
calm,
of
but
power.
my hands are trembling. I'm on the verge of passing out. If that decision maker were still alive, every day from then on would be a descent into the abyss of suffering and guilt. Every sleepless night, he'd be thinking about it over and over. What if I'd chosen differently back then? Would everything be completely different?
Sounds like you've had a similar experience yourself.
Really? Well, maybe it's because I've made some terrible choices too. In any case, I hope you can always make the right decision at the right moment. Well, it's getting late. Thanks for the movie. See you next time.
Oh no, now there's two of you. Easier said than done, Lighter. Yeah, I forget if I read this before. Declaration of the Overlord. Caesar simply asked which street is busiest and set off, hands empty. She ended up standing at the bustling street, taking a deep breath before hollering random place slogans so loud that she beat the loudspeakers other shops were using by a mile, truly evoking the saying, words of power. Drinks Bonanza. Bernice took a bunch of promo flyers and nitro fuel out and then returned not long later with a whole group. Let me borrow your seats for a sec. We're gonna chat. Everyone sits down, nitro fuel in hand, and starts discussing what movies go best with nitro fuel. Though Bernice seems to have completely forgotten the promoter thing, she's managed to exceed expectations with it. It's weird how Bernice is so, like, absolutely one note, despite how many different things that she's got assigned to her. Lighter is also very much one note, but he's quite personable when he speaks. Specially hired. Lighter stands quietly at the entrance of the video store, looking more like an expensive bodyguard than a promoter, until he speaks to passersby. Care for a match? If I win, you head inside and make a purchase. Would anyone actually fall for such an obvious and clumsy provocation? Yes, surprisingly, they would. Not just a few. Maybe that's telling of the state of mind of the residents of 6th Street. Oh, and then I guess I did a standard 10 draw. Oh, no, I decided to get Rocket Boo. I may have done some standard banner draws that I didn't record. I didn't get anything significant. The frustrating thing about Lighter is that I feel like without Ellen Joe or Soldier 11, he's really not particularly effective, which is a shame. He does stun faster than anyone else, but his actual fighting style is a bit awkward. Not sure if I'm particularly enthused about Red Malchus either. But we're certainly getting closer. I hope during the next updates, since it's kind of being treated as like a soft relaunch, that they might give away some standard draws as well. Because otherwise we won't be getting more until January at the earliest. Because it's 1 per week and then 5 every monthly reset. Okay, so that's all that stuff caught up. I might have to read some of the character descriptions. And then there is the Arpeggio Fault. found a worn tablet, a tablet terminal with a shattered screen. It is a standard smart device used by the White Star Institute researchers and also has basic communication functions. Several messages can be found in the tablet's inbox with the following content. Alwyn, it's been half a month. Have you found the key to our storage room? If you can't, then ask your colleagues. Alwyn, please find the key to the storage room as soon as possible. Mom needs it urgently. Alwyn, if you can't find the key, Dad has called a locksmith. Take leave and go home on that day. Mom misses you. And that didn't really trigger any additional dialogue. They started, so at the end of this, they kind of made it so that there's no dialogue until you finish that particular section. And then there's like pretty much no dialogue until after the second sort of chapter. There's basically no dialogue until the end of the whole thing, which was nice. I just wish it wasn't quite so front-loaded. A building blueprint found in the Arpeggio Fault. Although damaged, it shows the text 4th Laboratory Level B1. In the corner on the paper, there's a circled wall with hasty small writing nearby saying, due to key operation failure, change to demolition plan. Cinnabar pigment jelly, you made it. We found quite a few clues around the old observatory, and I thought you might be willing to tell me some of the hidden info they contain. That's exactly why I'm here. I also need you to give me a few ideas, so let's get started. With the White Star Institute documents. Miss Ray has verified the veracity of this document. It's a paper dossier from 2 years ago, which the advanced survey team took down into the hollow. At the time, they were preparing a visit to the ruins of the White Star Institute's 4th laboratory deep down inside the fault to try and retrieve special etheric matter kept there. Security clearance for the underground vault down inside the lab is very high, but luckily it's a White Star asset, so anyone with the correct keycard should be able to get in. I discovered that the advanced team didn't take back any of the etheric matter stored in there, judging by the progress of their exploration. I didn't think they even made it to the area. About the tablet we found. Seeing as you helped me find out what was stored in there, I've decided not to ask for the time being how exactly you crafted it. What we know is, it belonged to number 4412's master, Alwyn Mystic, and there's a series of messages on the tablet that probably came from her mother. Despite receiving a whole stack of messages, Alwyn never even replied once. Not on good terms with her mother? I suppose I don't have the right to talk about anything related to family matters. Miss Ray said this thing was suspicious because it's been blown up and printed on... For stolen security imagery. B2 is highlighted on the map, which is also the location of the vault. What's more concerning is that small print on the top, switching from plan to demolition due to a failed key operation. It seems so. With these clues, we might be able to piece together the truth about what happened 2 years ago. 20 years ago, I think. At the time, the advanced team was heading to the ruins of the 4th laboratory, but they weren't the only explorers down there. Others were also lurking inside the vault. Failed key operation. Don't you get the feeling like we just heard the word key a lot? It's Alwyn's messages. Agreed. Why ask your workmates for the key to your own house? Besides, if you still can't open the storage room, just give it a stiff kick. Anyway, this would all make sense if this was some kind of code. For example, Alwyn was carrying out a key operation to try and find the key to the research base's vault, but when she couldn't, she had to switch the mission to a demolition job. So you're saying Alwyn's a spy? Correct. We're still lacking hard evidence, but the probability is exceedingly high. I have to chat with Captain Roland and his team about this discovery. As for number 4412, can I please task you with explaining everything to it? Are you worried it's going to feel hurt? I came back here to try and learn the truth. No matter what that might look like, it sought it out itself. If it really cannot accept a cruel twist of fate from here, it's better that it spins fantasy of its own. Plus, we don't know what's coming up next in the Hollow, so I need my squad to be all mentally prepared. However, I hope you understand that I'm not just pushing this nasty job onto you. believe things will sound best coming from you. Not so smashing. Despite being a little fidgety, you fill number 4412 in with the details. And so it's like that. I understand. Spy. It's a word I've only heard in movies before, but I think I get what it means. Even though my master was a researcher at the Institute, she could also work for others. I heard there was a serious accident down in the Hollows. All that terrible stuff. Did my master do all that? I know. Thank you for telling me this. I'm just a Bangbrew. It doesn't matter to a Bangbrew whether your master is good or bad. However, if humans frown or raise their voices at her, I can experience electro fluctuations in my circuitry. I'm just a Bangbrew. Could a Bangbrews feelings be of any help in your search for the truth? I'm definitely getting to that Genshin space of, like, not caring about what I'm reading. Alright, if you could do me a little favor. My master. I always heard people say she was an extremely unassuming person. Neither tall nor short as she was, people were always forgetting her name or her appearance. Her test scores were average, but she could always get the mission done. When the Institute assigned me as her Bangboo, I felt as though she hated me. She seldom asked me for help and never really talked much with me. Whenever we went out, I would sometimes blue screen and just wake up back at home. But she never reported any of my issues to the Institute, nor told me anything about what happened. This inconspicuous person who steadily plugs away, safely at things. That sounds just like for someone who seems like a spy. That blue screen downtime was her handiwork to avoid anyone witnessing her secret mission or contact, right? Wait, what did that say? You go on. I think she's never been happy. She only revealed, oh, shit. I hit stop instead of pause. She only revealed a hint of relief when she was selected to be in the advanced team. Later on during training, she seemed to get along better with the others, and I can even remember the sound of her laugh. But even every time she laughed, it would be followed by sighs when we got back home. Later on, we started doing missions. Human heartbeat elevates when entering a hollow, including my master's. Everyone else returned back to normal after a few days, but my master's heartbeat remained very high. I started to get worried. Then came the day she said that weird thing. No, but my master picked out the name number 4412 for me. It's one of the few things she'd given me. I like it. Back then, I really wanted to ask her about her pulse and blood but her pulse and blood pressure were both soaring. I'd never seen her like that before, and I was really worried, so I didn't say anything. That's all I know. Please forgive me. As a Bangbrew, my understanding of such things is extremely limited. I heard the next mission is about to get started. Please let the squad leader know. I'd like to join the operation and can help out. Even if my master is bad, I just want to learn everything I can about her. Very good, emissary of the Carmine Crescent. You've completed your mission perfectly. I wasn't eavesdropping, I just happened to see you. Captain Roland and Miss Ray understand the situation and will keep providing support for us. The mix AI core from before has almost been completely analyzed. The next phase of the mission is due to begin. We're heading out soon to the outpost beacon, which will also be the site of our next long-term observation station. Rest up. We'll be hitting the road soon. Oh. Yeah, I got these 2 items here. Polaroid picture. Polaroid of a large dog that looks rather long in the tooth. A handwritten message on the back is blotched at the edges. Will you still be my dog in the next life? I'll stay with you right until the very end. Button. Looks like just a normal button. In the style of those buttons on the overcoats popular among boys' uniforms throughout the new Eridu high schools. The button has the initials DR scrawled lightly into it in acrylic ink. And then I just listened to this for a second to figure out, okay, which one was this? This was the 2 girls on the bike. I went into the hollow to look for some money or something. So I recorded that, but nothing was. So I figured out the way to absolutely break this is there's one of those buffs that's like every time you get damaged, you have like a 5 or 10% chance of spawning a healing tile. And you just get enough of those and stack them so that almost every time you take damage, you can just heal, and you heal more than the damage you take. And it heals your entire squad as well, so then you just let them do all the fighting for you. And everyone becomes functionally immortal. A sizable piece of mechanical debris with a distinctive camouflage paint job, resembling components from a rebel armed mech. The debris shows signs of deformation from a strong impact. And those are all the mechs. A data storage card found in the broken bamboo containing a few remaining audio files. Calling 4412. Report back immediately. Report back immediately. If you don't, you'll be considered a traitor. Captain, 4412's tracking signal has gone towards the Institute's group, and useless. The girl's has always messed things up. She failed before, and now she dares to.
Did I hear someone calling for help?
So I don't think I ended up buying everyone necessarily. I just got enough slots for an extra character, and then I got Soldier 70, or not 76, Overwatch on the brain. Got Soldier 11, and she doesn't build her power over time, but you kind of don't need her to, because like 30 damage is more than serviceable for the entire thing. Broken drone that appears to be a reconnaissance equipment from the insurgents based on its markings. The drone still contains some audio data. The ethereal is abnormally large. Should we have the autonomous combat units avoid it? Invade immediately. Take the alternate route to the lab to ensure the demolition goes smoothly. We must get what we need this time. Understood. Executing immediately. Retract the drone. Do not approach the creature too closely to avoid drawing its attention. The audio abruptly cuts off. Red dynamite fuse, there you are. Right on time. Same. However, being too tense can impact your judgment. So let's just relax for now and go through what we found one by one. Number 4412, you stay here too. I clearly got impatient. You have to talk about your master. I might not understand complicated things, but I'll try my best to. Damage drone is likely Rebels equipment. Luckily, this drone has some audio data left over that we can glean a lot from. Came across a really powerful ethereal, which unfortunately discovered them just as they were about to recall the drone. Plus, there's one other thing we can confirm. It seems that Alwyn is a Rebel spy, so my master has been working for the Rebels. It's normal for the Rebels to be interested in Fourth Laboratory. I heard they run all kinds of ether experiments there. And besides, the stuff they've got would make a great bargaining chip for negotiating with the government. Memory card was found inside the broken bamboo. Lots of rebel supplies lay scattered around. It's Chessie, so it probably belonged to them. What's interesting about this voice recording, though, is hearing a certain familiar name. I don't understand. Why would they be talking about me? Yeah, so 412 is probably going to be Alwyn Mystic's codename among the rebels. Number 412 is actually my master's name. It's not uncommon for soldiers in the Defense Force to use a number as a codename. As for the rebels, they rebelled against the Defense Force originally, so they probably kept using similar codenames. Sounds like Alwyn had joined back up with their fellow rebels, but disobeyed orders by suddenly taking leave of their camp. Perhaps we should gather up a few more clues before trying to pull them into a conclusion. The mech that the scrap belongs to is the same model as the one we found before. Looks like the rebels brought plenty of these mechs with them into the hollow. It's not a ethereal that's twisted it into pieces, but an explosion made at close proximity. Besides this piece, we didn't find any other pieces around. It must have fallen down elsewhere. The turbulent place you guys are talking about. It wasn't all so scattered when I came 2 years ago. Great, that's good information to learn. What are the clues we need? Perhaps we can pull everything together and make some inferences about what actually happened 2 years ago inside the Arpeggio Fault. What do you think? The rebels that have been eyeing up research at the 4th laboratory. So they sent one of their spies named codename number 412, Alwyn Mystic, to infiltrate the White Star Institute as an insider. They hoped that Alwyn would score a keycard to the vault, but as she failed, they decided to blow open the vault using explosives. That's what made the mechs and explosives. That's what the mechs and explosives were for. Rebels gave Alwyn a password, something like "take the day off and go home when we crack the lock," and ordered her back to her team on the day of the job. Alwyn met up with the rebels as instructed, but the rebels came under attack by a dangerous ethereal threat on the way to the 4th laboratory. At this point, Alwyn disobeyed her orders and left her squad. Shortly after, there was a giant explosion inside the Arpeggio Fault, the massive impact of which reorganized the structure of the hollow and gave birth to the turbulent corridor. There you all are. I heard you were all back from the Arpeggio Fault. Captain Roland has been looking for you. Analyses are complete on the logic cores from those rebel mechs, and he's got the reports with him. Quick, come check this out with me. There you are. Dr. Red's brought the information, so let me get straight to the point. Analyses have found the final 2 commands left behind in the Rebels Mech's database. The second to last one reads, collect bombs and go to target location Alpha. The original version of the final command should read, detonate bombs at location Alpha. But someone hacked into the mech to override it. Now it says locate individuals with high ether activity and detonate bombs at close proximity. You and Soldier 11 explain to Roland and Ray about your conclusions. I see. So it was that rebel spy Alwyn who hacked into the armed mech's commands, overriding instructions to make it self-destruct and take out that dangerous ethereal. This deduction is not unfounded, but if the point is to eliminate a dangerous ethereal, then why pay the price of splitting up the team? Oh, Lieutenant Roland. I thought as soldiers you'd understand the reasoning behind things a little better. Let's suppose that you're in charge of those rebels. And of course, there's all supposition, okay? So don't look at me like that. Your mission is to loot research materials from inside the lab. Things go wrong, so you've already called in expensive armed mechs. Now, if you fail the mission and you come back with busted up mechs, how are you going to explain things to your superiors? As much as I don't want to take the rebels' position, I must confess this is an extremely difficult decision. But if it saves lives, then that's different. That's right. You should know, there were plenty of researchers from the advanced team in the vicinity at the same time, and their combat prowess would be far below that of a well-disciplined soldier. As far as Alwyn's concerned, those aren't just lives to her, but also partners, right? Number 4412. I remember you said that your master would kid around with them. Yep, even if my master would end up getting sad very quickly. Despite having fun with these people, it must have been difficult for her to mention this identity while knowing that she was about to betray them, right? Captain Roland, I never expected you to be so sensitive, but yes, that's pretty much the gist of it. So, just at the critical moment, that vacillating girl made a decision for herself. She wanted to save them. That's what was really important to her. So my master, she actually... Let's stop talking about what happened 2 years ago, shall we, everyone? Oh, it is 2 years ago? Okay. Should we focus on sorting out the issues at hand? For some reason, I thought this was across a longer period of time. It now appears as if the mechs weren't deliberately targeting the transports, but were simply following vestigial instructions to try and gather up the bombs. And despite the command not stipulating any coordinates for location, I'm pretty sure for location Alpha, I'm pretty sure it's the 4th laboratory. This is, of course, the good news. What was the final command for those mechs? Locate individuals with high ether activity and detonate bombs at close proximity, right? There might not be any kind of individuals like that inside the Hollow right now, but let's not forget that those mechs are thoroughly corrupted already. I don't think they'll last 2 weeks before one of them is completely mutated. What are the remaining mechs going to do then? Dr. Ray, it is now the time for such levity. If those hidden ether explosives all pop off at the same time, we won't just rip open a new turbulent corridor. No, it'll be an earth-shatteringly powerful Arpeggio fault instead. Correct. Any talk of follow-up explorations or a stable long-term observation station can go jump in a lake. And in any case, we still have 2 weeks' time left. Captain, you military guys are the only ones who can take care of this problem now. Mr. Independent Investigator, Soldier 11, things are getting urgent. I will dispatch more people to assist you. Please make sure you get to the laboratory ruins as soon as you can and destroy every single last corrupted mech. Additionally, make sure you thoroughly check the turbulent corridor. It's likely that it originally bordered the 4th laboratory, emerging only after the explosion. It's likely there are mechs wandering about there. Captain Roland, don't worry. We'll set off very soon. Yeah, we only just started and this is absolutely doing a number on my voice already. A data storage card found in the area where rebel armed mechs were eliminated. It was stored in multiple layers of anti-corruption serum, preventing it from being corrupted over time. It seems the owner tried hard to preserve it, but unfortunately it was lost in the Hollow. It may contain critical information. Also, I got Yanagi, but she's kind of weird because she kind of ends up fighting enemies one-on-one and ends up dying a lot, but you get experience every time she hits them, so it's really good for leveling up the main character in this thing. Maroon Dusky Afterglow, you're back. Great job with combat before. All the mechs left behind by the rebels have been destroyed, and the ether explosives stockpiled near the research facilities will gradually be retrieved later. Of course, none of that's my concern any longer. The mission was to investigate possible rebel activity within the Arpeggio Fault. Now that the truth has been revealed, there's naturally no reason for me to stay here. My temporary soldiers are also free to return to their posts. Number 442's with Miss Ray right this second. It used to be property of the White Star Institute, so the Defense Force handed over complete authority on how to handle things with the Institute. Seeing as how you're really concerned about its future, why don't we go take a look? Captain Roland has only just retrieved all the data from that memory card you found, and there should be some info on them. Whatever happens with number 4412, I think we should let it know about the data on there before it leaves the outpost. I haven't started talking yet. Since you're here, why not listen up? It seems like you have something else you'd like to say. Yes, I hope to pass this important info on to number 4412 while it's still a member of our team. If you could, please. I have no objections. Number 4412, do you remember that memory card you found inside the hollows before? It was left behind by the advanced team as they fled the hollow, and it mentions your master. My master? We retrieved the data and we'll send it over to you right now. You can play it on your own speakers. Cool. Bzz. Have to record it. If someone ever finds this recording, then I hope you can remember my friend. Her name is Alwyn Mystic. She may not be ordinary, but she's a hero. She saved us all. That massive ethereal, same level as Nineveh's, symbiotic ethereal. Those red etheric matter threads make our bodies in consciousness. Alwyn had to pass on the command to those rebels' mechs so they could transport the bombs, and she got too close to that monster. There's no way we take her back. She will become an ethereal and doesn't want that. She said she's a human and wants to decide her own fate. She died. Her last wish is to be cremated before she was utterly corrupted. And we buried her at... I'm sorry, Alwyn. My friend. We left you there. We couldn't bring you back home. Number 4412. Could you understand what that message said? It's a bit complicated, but I think I understand a little. My master. She died. Why is this happening? I know that those recordings are from 2 years ago, so why does it feel to me like she just died? That lady who was speaking before said Master was her friend. That's great. Master always said she had no friends. Thank you for helping me learn about my master's final moments. I don't quite understand. Do you guys think that my master was a good person or a bad person? People are very complicated. Was that answer too complicated for a Bangbu? But then again, this is how this Mortal Coil goes. Captain, what do you think? We've got a saying in the Defense Force, betrayal comes from weakness. Without doubt, Alwyn was a weak person who made repeated betrayals. She should never have been a soldier. Hello, Ms. How are you? I hope you are doing okay. Thank you for the kissy smoochy. I am ruining my voice with all this dialogue, so pardon me if I'm not super enthusiastic. This has been such a slog. I've just been reading shit for an hour. Perhaps that codename also reflects that becoming a soldier was never her choice. I cannot forgive any rebels, and I don't want to hear any rebels' excuses. But something that can never be changed is, she really did save a whole lot of lives. I respect her not as a soldier, but as a human. Thank you, Captain. Miss Ray, since I've learned more about my master now, you can dispose of me however you want. Thank you, Mr. Independent Investigator, for all the care you've shown, but I'm really fine. Really, please let me finish speaking. I don't want to be thought of as a bad person forever. Oh, that sucks. Being without the internet for a long period of time is rough. Speaking as someone who has nothing better to do with his life. But I'm glad you're back. Hopefully it's not like touch and go and it's like back in full force. Number 4412. White Star Institute has given you two choices. One is to go back to work at the Institute where you can keep your memory, and the other is to go wherever you want after deleting all sensitive data. That's good. Are you saying that I can hold on to the memories of my master so long as I go back to work at the Institute? But you lose your freedom, won't you? Your master asked you to forget her before she left because she hoped you could find your own meaning in life, right? That might be my master's wish, but I think keeping the name and the memories that my master gave me is what's most important. Plus, I want to learn more about my master. I want to meet the people she once knew and hear their stories about master. No problem. With you here, perhaps you can help those rescued members of the advanced team to regain their memories? Yeah, I mean, same here. What do you think? Am I just like my master, making my own choice like this? I don't really know. Kirsten is ironically the most local person I know, and we're on opposite ends of the province. Soldier 11 has gone back, but you'll stay here and keep on helping, right? You're not wrong, but you're still not going to turn away. Blah, blah, blah. It's like this. The Institute hopes to use this opportunity to check into the status of the 4th laboratory. Seeing as neither the advanced team nor the rebel forces ever managed to get anything out of the 4th laboratory, perhaps there are still things that there that have a chance of seeing the light of day. Can I leave this to your capable hands? Yeah. Despite the Institute remaining positive after they heard about our investigations, I'm not personally holding out much hope here. Maybe it's because you gotta expect the unexpected when you're in the Arpeggio Fault. That's right. Do you still remember that special etheric crimson silk that we found around here? The thing must have sloughed off that symbiotic ethereal which attacked the advanced team and the rebels. The explosion drove away that monster, but as far as I'm aware, the scope of activity for a symbiotic ethereal like that shouldn't be anywhere near the Arpeggio Fault. Who knows? It's my job to find out. Okay, I'll leave the research base with you then while I finish researching this crimson silk you found. All good? Mr. Independent Investigator, will you stay here a while? This Ray said I can stay here and work for a while because I know the Arpeggio Fault well. Heard you guys are planning to investigate a turbulent corridor again. This Ray told me that the turbulent corridor used to be part of the 4th laboratory once, but it glided over there in the explosion. Maybe Master is buried in there somewhere. I don't want to bother you, but if you happen to come across any clues about my master, then thank you. Really want to come and help out, but I've got a job to do here outside the hollow. So we maxed out our night boo. We've just got like a little bit more. Amidst the chaos of the hollow, the solemn tomb stands quietly in a tranquil space. The gravestone is a makeshift metal signboard with words scratched on it using a small knife. Here rests our dear friend Alwyn Mystic. May the flames grant her eternal peace. Looks like something is buried under the tombstone. After carefully digging a bit, you discover a small, bulging pouch. Upon opening it, a Polaroid photo found beneath the tombstone of Alwyn Mystic. The photo was stored in multiple layers of anti-corruption serum, preventing it from becoming corrupted over time. The woman in the photo is wearing a White Star Institute uniform, looking a little nervous as she faces the camera. Her appearance is unremarkable, like the kind of face many people would quickly forget, but a certain Bangbu never would. So what's a little weird about the finale of the event is you wrap that up at the end of the Arpeggio Fault. Are you saying that you found my master's gravestone deep in the turbulent corridor? Couldn't ever be describing a hollow in these terms, but that sounds like the kind of place with like a kind of place with a low ether concentration that feels kind of nice. My master's body may be turned to dust, but I always heard that dust can't get corrupted. I'm happy that the hollow never took her away from me, thanks to the help of her friends. And thank you for visiting her for me. It's a photo of my master. Really, can I keep it? Thank you. I'll treasure this forever. And we just got 2 more clips. So I was thinking this might be another use for the chessboard password. So I start punching this in, and Just as you input the first letter, the door collapses. So you could just open the door without the password, huh? A locked box was found in the ruined buildings of the suspected underground storage of the 4th laboratory. The box has been opened and only a few scattered documents and photos remain, making it impossible to determine the original contents. Inside the box, there's a note that reads, "May the Creator lead to fulfill the lifelong wish." The paper's material is noticeably different from the other documents. Due to corruption, some of the writing is difficult to decipher. Like, you can look at some of the stats here on my characters. Like, I have 436 health and 77 attack. So there's some nonsense that you can do in this dungeon. And then the last thing here is the Easter egg. So you need to reroll some of your passive abilities for this dungeon so that you have at least 7 bombs. And this takes a hot minute to do, but you're supposed to spell out chessboard with these, with the chests that are remaining. Now you'll notice that on the icons, there's a little green light at the bottom of the sprite. If the green light is solid and on the right, that is the one that you're supposed to destroy. If it is on the left and it's blinking, then you need to leave that be. So you technically don't need to know the password. Oops. I'm being so careful because I'm like, I don't want to fuck this up. And then a message from the developers. Thanks so much for playing our game. There doesn't seem to be an actual, like, achievement or anything associated with finding that, so it really is just an Easter egg. But for completing all that, like completing the actual story segment, we get this, Secrets Deep in the Corridor, and Belated Gift. And there's a little bit more dialogue with Ray. It's you, Mr. Independent Investigator. It seems you have something to tell me about the 4th laboratory. I mean, you came across a cluster of broken down buildings in the laboratory ruins area. Based on what you've said, I think that must be the 4th laboratory. Didn't expect it to be in such complete ruins. No worries, the Institute only needs a result for now. As for the specific cause of the damage, that will be investigated once the long-term observation station is set up and running smoothly. You also found a huge solid room that looks like an underground vault, but there's nothing in it, right? This box was indeed used by the 4th laboratory for transporting small samples and documents. As for the note... Sadly, the note is fragmented, so it's hard to figure out what it really means. I prefer to believe this was left by someone. Looks like someone got there before us and took the items from the 4th laboratory. I'm as curious as you are. I'm afraid we can't reach any further conclusions. Anyway, we'll report what you found so far to the Institute, and they'll decide how to proceed with the follow-up investigation. You did a great job, Mr. Investigator. Anything else you want to know? The laboratory's been around for some years. Even when I was still a student, it was the leading authority in Eridu on the research of special etheric matter. The laboratory held a significant amount of rare special etheric matter, which is not only dangerous, but useless to most people, yet is a priceless treasure to researchers. Who else would be after them, if not rebels with significant research capabilities? Next time there's a suitable job, I'll be sure to consider you first. Okay. So we are finally caught up. Where's my game? Oh, because I set my game and capture to Sea of Thieves when I've been playing that recently. Boom. And then we can unmute that. Okay. Woo! Finally. Alright. Let me just check my volume levels and stuff. You guys should be able to hear stuff. Okay. So amusingly, when we did the volume testing, we set our sound effects to 7. That's actually the same volume level I have background music set to in Star Rail, because that shit was so loud. Oh, hell yeah. Is that a new? No. I already collected. It's for the nomination. Alright. So we got this. We'll check out his demo. Because realistically, I'm not sure how often I'm going to end up using him on stream. I did another couple floors of the Endless Tower. That shit is rough if you aren't a whale. And you kind of have to do it perfectly. Shit gets really bad, and you need Caesar to absorb any damage at all. Okay. When in combat, Lighter automatically gains morale over time, and when any squad member consumes energy, Lighter also gains morale. Lighter can store up to 100 morale, and when it reaches 80, he'll launch a quick assist the next time he switches to the field. If his morale is 80 or higher, Lighter enters morale burst mode upon launching the 5th hit of his basic attack. In the morale burst state, that increases the power of light punch attacks, jab combos, and finishing moves in the 5th hit of his basic attack. While in the morale burst state, Lighter no longer automatically gains morale over time. And that's kind of the issue with him, in that he has no way to really gain it himself, because his morale gain, well, it says when any squad member consumes energy, so maybe using his EX gives him some. But otherwise, it's just based on time, so it doesn't really matter what you're doing with him. And so the thing with Ching Yi, so people on mouse and keyboard, and probably on mobile as well, had issues where they had to absolutely mash with her. Not as much of an issue for me on a controller personally, but I know it is still for some people. The problem is that she's also got a hold input to do her like dash back into her sort of finisher. So you can't really retool Ching Yi. So they have designed Lighter with that in mind, where you can just hold the attack button and he'll do his basic attack combo. But I don't see them possibly being able to overhaul Ching Yi, unfortunately. So in a lot of ways, Lighter kind of feels like a discount version of Ching Yi. Yeah, his impact increases while consuming morale when he hits an enemy with a 5th hit of his basic attacks, which he basically loops back and forth into. His morale is depleted, Lighter will automatically follow up with an even more powerful finishing move. In morale burst mode, when Lighter's finishing move hits an enemy, it inflicts the collapse effect, extending the target's stunned state by 3 seconds. The collapse effect can only be triggered once per target before they recover from the stunned state. And unlike Ching Yi, he can only really do this to one enemy or a group of enemies if he happens to hit them all at the same time. So this is me just holding the button. But his basic attacks are unfortunately quite stubby, and it's kind of hard for him to get around.
Come on. All right.
But
Go.
his ability to stun is kind of insane.
There it is. That all you got?
There we go.
Proceeding as ordered.
Things are about to get violent.
Roger that.
Oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, so unfortunately I have regrets for rolling Perliter. His buttons don't feel good. His range is really stubby. He feels like an apology for a character that I already have and don't have issues with and honestly prefer using. And he gets a damage reduction when he's doing his rush punches, but you're still taking a shitload of damage with him if you're doing that, so you kind of need to pair him with Caesar, and so it just kind of feels shitty that you need to pair him with another character that doesn't really help him much, except for giving a shield. So, I don't know, he just doesn't feel like a really complete character in my opinion.
Get him. There it is.
And like the instant quick assist is nice, I guess, but I kind of wish there were other ways, because that's like his only ability to close distances. Unless you just want to waste his EX.
Look after the boars, Lucy. I'm unstoppable! Come on.
Solid hit.
Things are about to get violent.
Yeah, so that actually freezes the stun meter for a few seconds. There's like a little bit of a yellow effect on that. So he works better against enemies with more HP, but again, honestly, I've had issues with just dodging with him because his dodge and dodge attack, dodge counter are so quick. It's very easy to take a whole lot of damage with him unintended. So he's really kind of terrible for the Endless Tower. And anomaly damage is so huge there. Yanagi is 100% the better like meta choice. So I don't really like any of the current things, but we can get some free rewards if we buy a couple things at Sanzi Studio, so we'll just do that. I'm not playing more Bazaar Brigade. It's really not fun. I had half a mind to just redo the difficulty 3 with the same character I did it on stream with before, but I'm just like, what? I don't care. I don't even use these things. I just stockpile them. Because you can't you can't like farm them super reliably. I mean, I guess you can probably with the monthly stuff at the outpost, but I don't know. For some reason, this particular consumable just feels more finite, and so I'm morbidly curious how much of that I've stockpiled.
Take your time and look around. You're not looking for something weird, right? Like rainbow-colored black?
I mean, something that's like an oil slick would be pretty cool. I wonder what these different icons mean. At the top right corner here.
Got something fun in mind? Let me know whenever.
You sure picked that out fast. Well, I'm honored that my design has been recognized by you. Welcome back. I'm sorry, we don't take Denny's. What? How boring would it be if you could just buy up my creativity for a Denny? How do I pay? If you'd like to take away another one of my works, then please bring me a little more inspiration. Books are not universally loved the same way Denny's are. They're still what passes as hard currency around here. New customer stops by and Yi goes back into the store. Inspiration. Where exactly does one find that? Such a fascinating ornament. Maybe we could put it up in the store? But if Belle sees it, she'll probably ask, what kind of peasant thing is that? Next time I'll bring Belle into Sanzi so she can pick out whatever she likes, but for now, I'll get this one. Gotta quickly slot this back into my display stand. Did that unlock anything more?
Welcome to
Or
Sanzi's. Got something
nope.
fun in mind? Let me know.
I mean, I kind of don't want to, because these don't look very good. This reminds me of how Funko Pop fucking took down itch.io due to someone making some random, like, unlicensed Funko Pop game on that platform. And then they had an automatic thing file a takedown notice for the entire domain instead of just an individual thing on it. Well, that fits pretty well right there. His work is really great. It's a shame I can only exchange this collectible today. I'll grab something else next time. I don't know if I've unlocked anything new here. Doesn't look like it. Any new songs? Nope. So now we've got Lighter's story. Want to access the workbench? I don't want to talk. Just yet. Oh god. I'm not reading all this nonsense. Yeah, it's possible that doing the Arpeggio Fault was not a good idea, because that was a lot of time I spent both exhausting my voice and just the gameplay wasn't fun. And now there's like a couple extra things we still have to do. I'm just hoping that some of these things are short. Okay. All right. Oh, that's great today. Sure is. So, want to go out? You got me. Yeah, because I was just about to go out. Let's go then. You have a place in mind? Why not come with me? Why not come to me? Your video store? Sure. I was planning on going to 6th Street to buy something anyway. But, you're making me come over just because you don't want to go out, are you? You got me. It's cool. Sometimes I don't feel like going out either. I'll come to your store then. Just tell me when. Business seems to be going well. Yeah, you're here. Every time I come in here, I always think to myself how well managed your video store is. Only real movie fans could hope to create a store like this. Nice, keep those compliments coming. Yeah, no wonder it's the most famous video store around. Since I'm already here, can I check out the movies you all like? Watch right here. Okay, as long as I'm not disturbing your other customers. You jump onto the sofa next to Lighter, which is clearly animated here. Got a great sofa. It's really soft, great for napping. I'll let you pick the movie then. What do you recommend, movie expert? I mean, I don't think you would like a horror film with blood. So let's watch an art house film. I remember you like watching art house movies, right? So let's watch this one. You watch a critically acclaimed art house movie with Lighter. You keep a close eye on him during the movie to ensure he doesn't fall asleep. This guy somehow eats it all up and is glued to the screen the entire time. You can see that coming. It was a great art house movie. Slept like a baby. You were clearly watching it intently the whole time. Busted. I don't think you'd be watching me more closely than the movie. I'm flattered. I actually quite like the pace of an art house slow burner. Wish my life could have the same tempo. A peaceful start with a peaceful end. I'm just spitballing here. All these arty ideas must be getting to my head. You have a lively discussion with Lighter about movies for a while, and before you know it, it's getting late. Thanks for inviting me. I had fun today. Shame it's getting late. I better head by. This time, if you get the chance, I'd like to invite you out to our place so I can show you a few places. Things are just convenient out in the outer ring, but scenery sure is breathtaking. I knew that a home theater could be more comfortable than the cinema. Let's watch something again next time. That was some good progress. It's easier. Have you come to the city these days? Wow, you scared me. I was thinking about coming to the city soon, and then I got your message. Are you here for work? Nah, just closed a business deal recently, so I'm taking a few days off. Wanna to hang out somewhere? Is there anything you want to do? Me? If you ask me, it's been a long time since I became the acting overlord. I have to find a worthy opponent for a good fight. I'll find you a good place for it. For real? There's a place like that? Of course, at Lumina Square. Alright, since you say so, how could I refuse? Let's meet up at Lumina Square. I'll let you decide the time. What are we going to be fighting? You're a proxy. I was worried I went to the wrong place. Is it really a place to fight in a bustling place like this? Sure, it's right behind you. Kick the shit out of that trash can. Behind me. The HIA? You mean the Hollow Investigative Association? Tell Caesar about the VR game. So, you mean you suit up in some fancy gear and fight ethereals in a virtual world, huh? I heard the rumors about their tech, but this is on a whole new level. Thought you might like it. Yeah, I'm all in. Can't wait for that. I've been taking on tough ethereals without getting wounded or corrupted. Sounds like a dream. Let's go, Proxy. Together with Caesar, you step into the HIN club. Even though it's Caesar's first time diving into a VR game, her combat-honed skills enable her to crush all enemies on her first attempt. Soon enough, a crowd is gathered around the large screen to watch the fight. After the battle concludes... Whoa! You're amazing! You must be a pro investigator, right? Mind telling me your name? I'll be your biggest fan, promise! Not an investigator. I run a company that moves things around. Moves things around? Like inside the hollows? We've taken on that kind of job before. Excuse me, but how did you dodge Dullahan's attacks? I've challenged it many times, but always been a bit slow. When you face Dullahan, where do you keep your eyes focused? On the Dullahan, obviously. Staring is an art. For example, in a fight, staring into your opponent's eyes not only intimidates them, but also helps you predict their moves based on their gaze. But ethereals are different. While they have something like heads, they don't play by our rules, so if you just focus on their face, you might miss their body movements. When handling ethereals with a wide attack range, you need to keep track where their attacks are coming from. I've got questions too. Same here. After quite some time, the crowd gradually disperses. Sorry for the wait, Proxy. You're a great mentor, Caesar. Fighting's my thing. I can't help but talk about it a bit when it comes up. Most players here are newbies, and some haven't even been in a real fight. A little guidance can steer them clear of pitfalls. The Association did a good thing by developing this game. Even if they're not at all meant to be investigators, facing ethereals in VR might help them survive if they ever face the real deal in the Hollows. Thanks for bringing me to the VR game, Proxy. It was a lot of fun, and you taught me a thing or two. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Getting late. I'm heading home now. Catch you next time. I'm leaving, Proxy. Need a ride, by the way? No worries. You just have to take a detour if you gave me a lift. I'll consider it. Thanks. So is that her done? Yeah. All right. Honestly, while we're here, let's hang out with Piper. When are you planning a vacation, Piper? Vacation? If I don't have any goods to run off, I've got plenty of time to spare. I'm free these days. If you're free, how about we hang out? Go out? You youngsters are always full of energy. Okay, where do you want to go? I want a massage to unwind. Massage? In the city? Everything in the city feels so soft and squishy. Driving all day leaves my muscles pretty rock solid. Let's give it a go. Since you put it like that, okay. When are we going? This store seems pretty cool. You like the style, Piper? It's just got a real sleepy feel to it. Do you not get enough sleep usually, Piper? You have to make sure to recover your energy during your downtime. Oh, anytime I'm not driving is considered downtime. That way I can stay focused while I'm driving. Can't stay up late at my age. Not like you youngins. By the way, they use tables at the massage parlor, right? Which option do you think I should get? Essential oil compress is good. Sounds like the kind of thing Lucy would like. I'm gonna pick the last one. Deep muscle release for shoulders, neck, and lower back. Huh? Hey, don't make such a fuss. What's wrong with that one? Most of the regulars can't even handle that one. Oh, really? Alright, that's the one then. You don't have to pick the same as me. Just whatever you like. I know you kids can't handle pain. You're about to persuade Piper further, but she waves off your concerns and has already settled things at the front desk. During the massage, you can't help but worry about Piper, until you hear gentle snoring coming from right next to you. Honestly, I was kind of worried that the masseuses in this city might not be strong enough. It was so much better now, and the massage table is super comfy for a nap. The recommendation was not bad. Why are you so quiet? Oh, thought I heard someone yelping in pain earlier while I was half asleep. Is that you? Throat feeling a bit sore now? Here, I have some tea here. Got some. Amazing, Piper. That was nothing. Drink up. Next time you come here, don't forget to give me a holler. Okay, cool. So let's swing by Kai. So that's done. And then we got something about a sandwich shop. And I'm going to accelerate time because we're going to be able to hang out with Caesar and Piper. Caesar and Blazewood. There she is. Hey, Proxy. Just in time. I've got something to discuss with you. Sure thing. What's up? Well, something's wrong with Red Marcus. Seen it, right? That quiet bamboo with the outdated system? Lately something seems off with how it's speaking. It's hard to put it into words. Come with me and you'll see. It's finally my turn, Master Red Marcus. Here's the thing. I've been working for 3 years, but my bank balance looks like I've been jobless for 3 years. What should I do now? Why don't you just quit? Yeah, you're right. Forget that lousy job. I'm out. Master Red Marcus, please hear me out too. My boyfriend keeps calling me a terrible cook. I tried 3 different cookbooks and it's still a disaster. What should I do? 3 cookbooks? Nah, time for a new boyfriend. Huh? Oh, right. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Well, that's how it is. The crowd disperses after a while. What do you think, Proxy? He was sharp-tongued? Yeah, it was harsh, but I hit the nail on the head. Perhaps I'll throw out a question, see how it responds? No, Caesar, I have a bad feeling about this. What's there to worry about? Marcus might be acting differently, but he's been one of us for ages. What's on your mind, Big Zeus? I accidentally spilled Lucy's toner this morning. Any way to fix it? Visual recording saved. Sending it to Lucy now. Ah! Knock it out. Curiosity doesn't just kill the cat, it kills the board too. Good save, buddy. You knocked it out before things got messy. No sweat, buddy. Caesar, Proxy. Oh, Bernice is coming quick. Let's hide it. Just as you and Caesar scramble to hide the bamboo, Bernice shows up. Hey, Proxy. Here for some fun, huh? By the way, have you seen Red Marcus? Nope. Oh, I swear I heard him humming. Lucy's looking for him. What does Lucy need him for, Bernice? She's tweaking his language module, I think. Oh, I forgot to mention, she upgraded his language module a few days back. Lucy's been dealing with city profiteers alone, talking business. Since Grassy and the others aren't helping at all, she's turned to Red Marcus. She even let Red Marcus use her own voice to learn from it. Ah, that's where his sharp tongue is coming from. What do you mean? Nothing, Bernice? Check the gas station, perhaps. He might be there. Yeah, I'm out then. Thanks. Dr. Bernice leaves. Safe for now, Proxy, but what's our next move? Marcus has the recordings. When he wakes up, he'll send them to Lucy. Belle will know what to do. Alright, let's swing by your place and ask Belle for a hand. And grab a new bottle of toner. Oh, hey, Wise. Caesar, are you here to hang out? Sorry, Belle, but we aren't here to hang out. We're in a bit of a mess. Tell Belle what happened in Blazewood. Oh, now I'm in the loop too. If Lucy finds out, will she come after me too? Please help me, my favorite, bestest, most wonderful sister. Right, so I just have to delete that visual record, right? Don't worry, Caesar. Our virtual assistant is a pro at this. While I'm on this, you and Caesar go get the toner. Oh yeah, there's a shop on 6th Street. Let's hit it up. Hello, Bloof. Welcome on in. Welcome to your customer. How can I help you? I need some toner. Sure, please tell me the brand and model of the toner you need, dear customer. Brand and model? Oh, I've never paid attention to what toner Lucy uses. At least you remember what the bottle looks like, right? Yeah, you've been a great help. It has a unique shape like an abstract apple. It has a heavy top and is easily tipped over. Checking for products. Sorry, but we don't have anything like that in stock. Perhaps it's because of Caesar's nervousness or your exhaustion, but you should have known better than to try and buy Lucy's toner at a convenience store, just at that moment. Hey, it's you, big manager, big sis. Why am I doing the fucking Western? What a surprise meeting you here. Billy, my little bro. I heard what you guys were talking about just now. You're looking for the Carlish toner, right? Shaped like an apple, gold top, and translucent bottom? Yes, that's the one. Aha! Who knew you were into skincare? Well, it's not for me, but for Lucy, actually, because it's a gift for her. Oh, yeah, it's a gift for her. You know, she's been working hard, she's running low on toner, so I figured I could get her a new bottle. I see. That's so generous of you, because this tiny bottle will cost you 59,499 dennies, just so you know. Wait, what did you just say? Jeez, can I just top up the toner bottle with water and make do somehow? Pardon me, what did you say, big sis? It's nothing. Billy, I didn't expect you to know so much about cosmetics. You remember the price. Not really. Truth is, I accidentally spilled Nicole's toner yesterday. I thought I could mix in some water and get away with it, but she found out. So, Nicole docked my pay and told me to buy her a new bottle. That's no good. Looks like I'll have to pay for it. If you need it now, just take this bottle and give me the money, big sis. I forgot something else for Nicole, so I'll need to swing by the store again anyway. Thanks a ton, Billy. You're a lifesaver. Let's go back to your video store, Proxy. Yeah, I decided not to stream it for two reasons. One, when I first downloaded it, there was a EULA that had an NDA right at the top, but it seems like people are streaming it anyway. So I don't know what that is about, but I'm not going to risk it. Also, like the fact that you are on teams of 2 is really unappealing to me. I would rather be on a larger team or solo. Unless I had someone specifically to play it with, but I don't feel like arranging a collab. People seem to have mixed opinions on it. You're back, Wise and Caesar. How's it going? You found what you need? I might check out the demo for an extraction shooter from Namco Bandai, Sin Duality Echo of Ada. That went live yesterday as well. But that demo has an obscene storage requirement. It's like over 50 gigs for just like a beta. I don't know why. Yeah, hopefully there will be more modes. I mean, it's from the World of Tanks people, so I'm assuming there will be a bunch of different options. Good to know. I wrapped up things on my end, too. Big sis, what am I doing here? Banged your head, so I brought you here for repairs. Thank you so much, Proxies. I really owe you one for today. Don't mention it. Good luck, Caesar. And just, keep it on the down low. Alright, leave it to me. Heading home. Catch you later. Grabbing the bamboo, Caesar waves at you and strolls out of the video store. Best of luck to her. Best of luck to the Sons of Caladon. Always feels more relaxed with Caesar. It's just how it is between buddies. Do we have more details on Caesar now? Yes. In addition, Caesar seems to have a curious interest in matters related to Rome. Caesar's father was the leader of a biker gang called Caladon, which carved out a legendary reputation in the Outer Ring. The Sons of Caladon take their name from this legacy. Caesar has a fear of needles. So thin and they're so tiny and thin, and it only stings for a second when you're pricked. But then all this blood comes out. It's so weird, and definitely not straightforward at all. Yeah, I don't like needles either, even though they're not too bad. It's called Sin Duality, Echo of Ada. It's SYNDUALITY. One thing I do respect is that they've already said that there's an offline mode for the game. So if something happens and they someday have to take the servers down, the game will still be playable offline. So I respect that. Because there are so many live service games that are going away. Literally, so it's really funny actually, because like again, Secret Level just came out this week, and two of the games in there are lost media, because there's an adaptation based on Crossfire, which Remedy, the people behind Alan Wake and Control and all that, Max Payne, made a campaign for Crossfire X. You can't play Crossfire X or Crossfire HD, which also had the story content apparently, because Crossfire HD is exclusive to China and Crossfire X was exclusive to the Xbox Series consoles and has been taken down like a year or a couple of years ago. And then there's Concord as well. And recently, companies also shut, like Ubisoft shut down X Defiant, Square Enix shut down Foam Stars. There was another one that got shut down. When was that? I know there was a video I saw on that recently. Oh yeah, they finally announced the conclusion of service updates for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. It literally went live. It's a network test specifically. Open network test is live. It's available until the 19th, unless you pre-order the game, in which case you have access until the 21st. Technically the 22nd. But yeah, you just go to their Steam page and then you request access. So yeah, sorry, it's not a beta, it's an open network test. They did a beta previously. I mean, it all kind of means the same thing. What's nice is that, so they have announced a demo for the first Berserker Kazan in January. So I'm excited for that. And there's a network test for Elden Ring Night Rain in February. So those are some things to look forward to, certainly. But yeah, I'd still be interested in trying Steel Hunters, but I think I'm just going to wait until they come out with more stuff for it. Right now, I'd rather see what's going on with Mecha Break when that comes out and give Sin Duality a try right now. Just because I'm kind of curious what's going on with Sin Duality. Like, I feel like I look at Steel Hunters and I'm like, this seems very competent. I'm more curious And I feel like Sin Duality is just going to be a more interesting and unusual project overall. Piper. Where is Piper? Lumina Square Noodle Shop. That's not quite correct. I feel like going to Neps would have been closer, honestly. Proxy, great timing. It's such a pain trying to figure out what goes on in a young girl's mind. A young girl's mind? Lucy, to be exact. She's a real handful. Piper says it's a tricky problem, but her droopy eyes and a big yawn tell a different story.
Lucy's angry. She's really mad. Not the "are you stupid" kind of angry, but the silent kind when she bottles it all up. You know, when girls want to sulk, it's just the worst.
I get it. I've got a sister. So, what happened?
I have no idea, but at my age, there's one thing I know. Do not try to reason with a young girl. Anyway, I should apologize to her. Proxy, let me rehearse with you first.
I'll just stand over here then.
I'm ready to begin. I'm sorry, Lucy.
It's fine.
Hang on. Wait a minute. That's not how Lucy is.
Oh no.
Proxy, you need to be more like her. Otherwise, it's hard for me to get into the role. Let's start over. Lucy, I'm sorry. Please don't be angry.
Such an apology is unacceptable to me.
That's not quite it either, Proxy. Why don't you imagine yourself as Lucy?
I'm not mad.
That's more like it. It's been really fun chatting with you, Proxy. Watching young people imitate each other's speaking style makes me feel younger, too.
Wait a minute. I think we've gone completely off topic here.
Right. Show some understanding for us adults. Rare moments of joy like this make us forget our other worries. Oh, by the way, Proxy, would you mind recording your impression of Lucy just then? Long-distance drivers like me like watching videos on our breaks. Just like yesterday, I accidentally filmed Lucy as she jumped up in fright. So cute. It really lifted my spirits.
I've figured out why Lucy is angry.
Huh? Really? But she's bound to forget about it in a couple of days, right? Anyway, thanks for today. I'm not gonna let anyone else see the video. That's a precious promise from an adult.
I'm thinking maybe more of what it is. So, you know, you have games like Tarkov and whatnot. Those maps are pretty large. So I'm imagining that what maps are in the game are maybe not the highest quality, but I imagine that they are quite large. Piper seems to be really lucky. Maybe it'll rub off on if we hang out with her more. I do think he comes out somewhat soonish though, so Let's hope that this sandwich event is merciful. Wise, didn't you say you always wanted to hold a members' day where we treat our regular customers to snacks and movies? You have something in mind, Hetty? Yep. Picked out a few movies and got over the terms for renting Gravity Cinema's special screening room. Another thing left to sort out is the refreshments. What's the plan, Wise? Coffee or noodles? Don't tell me you plan on hitting up Tin Master or General Chop again. Forget it. Let's come up with something different this time. Do you know Breaded Belief? The sandwich shop that was rated as worth paying a dedicated visit by the Redo Tour? Pretty sure their chief there is running a promotion out of a pop-up food truck in Lumina Square. Let's go grab a sandwich there. Sounds good. Oh, another thing. We invited quite a lot of customers to attend the Members Day event, so we need a massive order. I've heard that this food truck pop-up event is really popular. Be prepared to wait in line. Let's head out now. I know Mod is crazy about it. Unfortunately, when I got into like my first match, that shit crashed on me and overheated my machine. Now, again, as I keep mentioning, I have recently changed a setting on my PC that seems to have a lot of positive effects on the game that I play. I've only really tested one so far, mind you. So I'm hopeful that at launch it'll A, be more optimized, and B, that my changes will make that not fucking try to mecha break my CPU. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't even bothered checking out Marvel Rivals though. I've just got so much stuff on my plate. I've got such a backlog, and there's stuff I'm like this. I'm forcing myself to stream it even though I really don't want to play it right now, which is why I'm thinking of just like I'm gonna hit a breaking point with Zenless, I swear. And oh hey, cool. You know what? I just fucking remembered. I have not even been touching this thing. I want to say that I missed 2 days of this event. That's cool. I just saw that in the event thing. Nice. Love that. But yeah, I'm just really frustrated with like how things have been performing. The good news is that I think I may have actually found solutions to some of my problems, and now I just have this huge backlog of shit that I'm not really in the mood to play anymore. But I feel obligated to wrap things up. Welcome to the Breaded Belief food truck. What can I get for you? Tell the chef you need to place a large order. That's so. As you can see for yourself, I have my hands full here. But I'm going to be parked up here for a few days. If the time is okay with you, I can make your sandwich for you on the last day. But you'll have to help me out with something first. I was planning on picking a few lucky customers for this pop-up event where we deliver them their meal, then get them to take a selfie and leave a review for us. But everyone's so passionate that I can't keep up. But if you could help me out with this. You're saying you want me to help? Want me to serve your lucky customers and then collect their positive reviews? Yes, if you could get their positive reviews for me, then I'll make a special sandwich just for you on the house. I've already picked out the first lucky customer, that public security officer lady. Leave it to me. It's great. I'll note down everything about each lucky customer on my work log. Don't forget to check it out. Once you've gathered up all the reviews, I'll write them all down. Here you can say today's lucky customers. After completing deliveries, you can view customer reviews here. Let's track orders right now. Oh, it's you, Wise. Are you here to try out the sandwiches too? Congratulations, you are a lucky customer. Lucky customer? Does that mean I can get my sandwich without waiting in line? Great. I like the hot dog icon there. What should I get? I have a lot of work lined up today, so I need something that will give me some energy. I know, a beef cheese sandwich. That should get me through the rest of the workday. Seth probably hasn't had time to eat lunch either. I'll bring him a sausage sandwich. Can't go wrong with a classic. As for a drink, give me a glass of milk. And lemon tea for Seth. He seems tired today. No problem. Thank you so much. My colleague just hastened me that everyone's ready. I have to go to that meeting now. And Seth and I will be waiting for you at the entrance to the public security building to deliver the sandwiches. That's my duty to our lucky customer. Great, it's a good thing I ran into you today, or I'd have to organize that intel on an empty stomach. Ji-Wen's phone buzzes again. She hurriedly bids you goodbye before rushing off towards the precinct. Yeah, I want to play Marvel Rivals, but like I also, it's not the kind of game I need right now. So I'm just kind of like hesitating on pulling the gun and hoping that there's not a lot of launch exclusive skins and whatnot that I'm going to care about when I eventually get into it. You're back. What did that lucky customer order just now? Let me think.
Yeah.
Beef and cheese. Sausage sandal. What was the third item Ji-Wen ordered? Drink white. I don't like that phrasing. Chef whips up Ji-Yuen's sandwich and drink in the blink of an eye. All done. Now I need your help delivering this sandwich to our lucky customer. Actually, there's one more thing. Could you please take one Denny Boo out with you? I will need to trouble you to set the route for it. Next time I'll be able to do deliveries. It'll be able to do deliveries by itself. Sure. So you're the kind-hearted helper the chef mentioned. You set a route for me? I see. Okay. Actually, that would have been fine regardless. Oh well. See, that's the thing that's throwing me off, is that they've said that if you buy a battle pass, you can continue to unlock it stuff. But I don't know if you can necessarily buy them after the season has ended. But my understanding is that there were some like launch codes for some costumes for like an Iron Man skin and stuff. So we're going to public security. Good thing you're here with me. My friends say that there's a very strict public security officer with pointy ears that can hear everything and sharp eyes that can see straight through Bangbu's logic core. Legend has it, any Bangbu that does something wrong will have to suffer its pearly fanged judgment. Who's Eugene? Seems like Eugene was seen passing by the public security precinct with a Bangbu. The one Denny Boo seems really worried. Let's head to the precinct with it. So, you'll come with me, right? Let's get going. I will ask, since it sounds like you've played a bunch of it. I was not expecting a music track. Is there a character that's kind of like Brigitte that can stun? I'm getting hungry. I wonder when that sandwich is going to get here. Right now? Huh? How come you're the delivery person? Seth? The manager was probably just buying some sandwiches for himself and noticed the chef was really busy and thus decided to help out. Oh! Either way, thank you for bringing our sandwiches, manager. Looks like we won't have to go to that meeting hungry after all. We'll make sure to visit your video store often. Manager, I didn't mean to imply that job at the pop-up store isn't good. Please don't feel bad or give up on it. Give up on what? But is just delivering the meal enough? Didn't the chef say it wanted reviews from the lucky customers? Officers, can I take a photo with you? Our pop-up check event needs reviews and photos from the lucky customers. No problem. I'll take the photo for you guys. When customers are writing reviews, shouldn't the staff give them some space to ensure we get honest feedback? You return to the food truck with one Denny Boo. You're back. It's a good thing you were here this time. I'll need your help once I've picked the next lucky customer. Alright, that public security officer has written a review. As expected of a diligent civil servant, even their review is written so meticulously. I should count myself lucky to get such a customer. I'm very lucky to be selected as a lucky customer during the pop-up event. As a work meal, breaded belief has a balanced nutritional composition and strong satiety. Satiety? Effectively replenishing energy. Moreover, the sauce is just the right amount, making it convenient and quick to eat, which is excellent. The delivery speed is also very fast, allowing my colleagues and me to wrap up lunch before our meeting starts quickly. Thank you very much. You didn't provide any feedback on the flavor at all. So when it comes to crowd control in Marvel Rivals, does it actually stun characters like Overwatch 1, or does it slow characters down like Overwatch 2? And what do you mean by super crazy exactly? Was that a typo, or are you saying that they're just kind of like out there? Like, are they really good, or just kind of like weird? Singer performing at the square, happened to be singing one of my favorite songs. Hershey. Okay, he's right by. Sounds like the singer of the Starlight 9 theme song, huh? Avocado chicken, fried cheese dumplings, lemon tea. When you say roots, is that stuff like Venom's ability where his symbiote like grabs a bunch of people? Yeah, I'm definitely interested to give it a shot. Oh yeah, they brought this for some of back for some of the daily things that you do for inspiration. It's also possible that some of the new Bang Boo things in Blaze would use this as well. Oh, okay. So almost a little bit of Roadhog action. But yeah, I'm excited to see which characters I end up enjoying. I definitely want to give Jeff a try, because I do like healers that have some combat ability. Hence Brigitte and Moira being some of my mains. Although I was a D.Va main for the longest time. I also like Mei a lot, but Brigitte is my favorite character to play as so far. Did that not count? Am I too far? What? Oh, there's a little QR code. That's cute. As soon as the photo was taken, look way bolted. Tarshi looked a little embarrassed. Perhaps he hasn't taken a photo with someone so shy before. But with how much he cares about his fans, I'm sure he'll finish writing his review in no time. I could go for some cheese dumplings. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting combination of things. I definitely have gotten the impression that every character is kind of capable of soloing based on individual player skill. It's just a combination of things that stack where the tide starts to turn. Although there might be some hard counters. Cowgirl. Yeah. Guacamole hot dog. Vegetarian sandwich. Potato wedges. Soda. Fish hot dog with pineapple. Ooh. Spicy beef sounds good. Yeah, I commented when I first saw Jeff's ult, like that's Kirby Smash Bros strats. I did play a lot of Overwatch. Again, it's just kind of a matter of this is a dead end. That's weird. Of me just finding the time and interest. There's just other stuff I'm more in the mood to play right now. As much as I would like to be aware and be immersed in like the relevant thing. Like I'm just so burned out on everything right now. Because, like, literally Zenless is killing my motivation to play other things, which is bad. Yeah. Like, I stopped playing, Overwatch before Overwatch 2 even came out. I want to say I stopped around when the robot girl, Echo, came out. I think just before that. And like I tried to play Overwatch 2, I played 3 matches maybe. Because I did want to try Sojourn and Junker Queen, and just the combination of switching over to PC from console and being on a time pressure due to like the thing being in beta, it was just like, ugh. And I didn't really enjoy Sojourn very much, and the situation in which I played Junker Queen, the people I was playing with insisted on playing the Halloween event, and that was miserable. And I had to carry the whole team. It was not fun. Yeah. And full asses, apparently, as well. Alright, content creator. Beef cheese. Fish and pineapple hot dog. What's wrong with you? Butter and cheese corn. I think the most embarrassing thing was one of the Blizzard heads being like, oh my god, they're totally ripping us off. Like, look at this Black Widow character. And it's just like, my guy, if anything, you're the ones who ripped off Black Widow. What the fuck are you talking about? You cannot tell me that a spider, that a brainwashed spy traitor sex femme fatale sniper character is not based on fucking Black Widow. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I mean, he's the one who offers it on his menu, so... I'd hardly describe pineapple and fish as a bland flavor, but sure. Oh no. She's gonna order everything off the menu. Also, like, who cares if it's good? Like, at the end of the day, it's for the consumers to decide. If Marvel Rivals was, like, laughably bad, then it would be the laughing stock, and you know. But the problem is because Overwatch is bad, and these people have done the same thing but better. And it's a perfect marriage of everything. So, you know, it's like gaming as an industry. I mean, how much do we want to strawman this? Genres exist because fiction is made to be similar to other types of fictions. Like, you can't just make a murder mystery and then accuse everyone else of making a murder mystery of ripping off your story. Like, everything is to some extent going to be derivative of certain tropes and whatnot and certain similarities. I mean, yes, Marvel Rivals is very clear what it's deriving from, but so are Souls-likes, hence the name. And then eventually things separate. You start getting Souls-likes in different genres, but with similar foundations of replenishing healing resources, focusing on parries or dodges, dodge rolling, perfect timing, etc., etc. Difficult bosses, high levels of challenge, which the gaming industry really needed for a long time. You know, there's only so original you can be. And I think it's actually really funny that a developer has managed to create a perfect Overwatch clone, and nobody really ever made a perfect Call of Duty clone. But I suppose you could also argue that Call of Duty never really got to... there are certainly Call of Duty games that people dislike, but I don't think the franchise ever got to a point where it was so bad that it deterred people from playing it. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, the worst feeling, I think, is when a game is good and it convinces you to spend on it, and then the game, the quality drops, or the developer does some things that you're not a fan of, and then you kind of regret those purchases. So you need to kind of think, like, in the moment I was playing the game, I was super into it, and I enjoyed and found it was worth spending the money that I did on it. It's really bad though when that change happens really quickly. I talked about Fast Penguin a lot. That game was and still has amazing things about it, but there are also a lot of problems. A lot of it is just due to the lack of appeal to the West that it has. So you're kind of stuck playing with a Japanese community that doesn't share any of their knowledge internationally, and it becomes super sweaty to play that game. And I kind of have some regrets on the money I spent on it. But in the moment, I didn't mind contributing to the developers because I was really enjoying the game. It's just the problem is I'm not enjoying it as much anymore, and playing it has become a chore. That game can still potentially turn around, but unfortunately, I feel like it's not going to happen unless a Western audience picks it up. I don't know how much the developers can do at this point to correct the course. So hopefully Marvel Rivals sticks to their guns on the way that they're developing it. Because, like, already you have people, like, clamoring for role queue and stuff like that, and honestly, that is one of the things that killed Overwatch for me. I found it really unengaging. Like, yes, add roll queue modes, but don't get away, don't hide quick play like Overwatch eventually did when they eventually brought it back, and it was still not like a main mode, so it was kind of like, what's the point if you're just splitting up your community? Beef spicy sausage hot dogs, cheese fried dumplings. That's not classic at all, Sokaku. I don't know, I feel like fish with a pineapple sauce might be interesting, but actual pineapple, I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you kind of need to be careful with who you're listening to. Overwatch definitely got into a problem where they listened almost exclusively to the competitive audience, and that made that game really not casual and fun. Which is the reason it was so successful, is because it was so approachable. Fair enough. Yeah. Which is one of the reasons I've wanted a multiplayer for the longest time, which is why I was so excited for Fast Penguin. But it's like, now that Marvel Rivals is out, I'm kind of like, eh. I'm kind of over it. Will I still play it? Yeah, but I'm just not in a rush. And I want to finish some stuff that I'm working on Sea of Thieves first, before I get into that. Did the game freeze? Is it loading? No, yeah, it was loading. You always want to have some sort of icon on screen to communicate that the game is still loading. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily something that's worthy of praise, but the Gooners get their Squirrel Girl animations faster and in higher quality. Special feast. Is Victoria Housekeeping also interested in sandwiches? Though, using simple ingredients and simple methods to create something delicious is probably something that people would expect of maids. Who is this sassy child? Okay. So we gotta check this shit out, because this is apparently like a beat 'em up mode. Master, there are currently multiple agent TV schedules available. Each time you will default to the newest agent TV schedule. You can click here to switch between different agent TV schedules. What is the point of this? Is this a permanent mode or not? Are these like what is this? Well, that's some cool art. Oh, it's this thing. Aw. They do appear to be limited time things. Ugh. Well, let's see if we can do this. It seems like we might have to complete the intermission, though. But then also mention the character story, which I really don't want to do. I'm not sure if I'll wrap all this up tonight, but I'm also, like, really running out of time for this, so we'll see. Better be voice acted.
Proxy, you're finally here. Do me a favor and talk some sense into Caesar.
You? You're supposed to be the proxy Caesar asked for?
And whose is?
What's going on? Who's this? Did something big happen?
My bad, Proxy. This guy is from one of the biker gangs in the League. Caesar is the leader of the Moto League now, so she's got some official business to deal with. Just talk to the Proxy directly. If you're going into the Hollow to sort things out, you're gonna need a proxy.
It rained heavily that day. There were 100 of them. No, maybe even more. And me? All I had was a delivery truck, my 2 fists, and the pride of a biker. Badger's Respite was right behind me. The word retreat doesn't exist in a biker's vocabulary. There's only battle. And battle we did.
Calm
All
down.
it took was one punch. Just one punch.
It's I'm not even grinding for that. It's just like it feels like I'll be losing out on stuff if I don't do it.
You scared off 100 bandits, all by yourself.
I got slammed to the ground. Then with one kick, I was sent rolling 30 meters away.
Dude, what's with the heroic expression?
So, your crew sent you to ask the Sons of Caledon for help, hoping the Overlord will step in and take out those gangsters in the Hollow?
There's no way we can let those f***ing gangsters get away with this. They acted like I was nothing. I mean, like the entire Motor League was nothing.
They finally remembered that they're allowed
Caesar.
to swear.
You're the new Overlord. You won't let them get away with this, right?
Of course not.
Caesar, don't be fooled.
Look, if those hollow gangsters are messing with the League's convoys, I can't just sit back and do nothing.
That's the determination of a real Overlord. We made the right choice in following you. Proxy, don't forget to film Caesar's heroic moment while she deals with those I want the entire gang to see what a real biker gang looks like.
There's no need for Caesar to get involved. I can take care of it.
Huh? But he's begging me to go. How could I not step in?
Boss, as the leader of the Sons of Caledon and the Overlord of the Motor League, delegating tasks to your crew is also part of the job. Let me take care of it.
Handing this off to my subordinates. Would that make me look less like an Overlord? What do you think, Proxy?
I think there's something fishy about this loudmouth. He keeps trying to egg Caesar on.
Yeah, it's like they had all that swearing from that one like news anchor at the very beginning of the game, and then it just didn't happen again. I think there was like one other swear maybe during the Sons of Caledon story arc, but
Caesar, Lighter's got a point. How about letting us go scout things out first? If we run into trouble, then you can step in. Sound good?
If you say so. All right.
Caesar, you're not going to help handle this personally? They've got the numbers on their side.
Hey! Are you just respecting the red scarf of the Sons of Caledon?
Oh, chill, boss. No need to flex.
What do you mean, no need to flex? You're totally flexing.
Proxy, I'll have to trouble you again. Sure it's fine for Lighter to go alone? I'll go scout ahead, although scouting is usually enough to resolve a situation. Just kidding, I'm not going to make a fuss today. Hollow gangsters typically don't mess with the Alliance's convoys. However, the recent leadership changes may have led some gangs to think they have an opportunity, prompting them to do something foolish. Before Lighter could finish speaking, a familiar voice cuts in. Is doing something foolish? Lighter? Can I watch? Can I film it? Can I spell the footage to the Proxy and split the earnings? Is this a comedy or an action flick, Proxy? Which one sells better in your store? An action flick. Bernice, have you finished your new fuel formula? Not at all. Pepper looks eagerly awaiting for the new recipe. His anticipation's overwhelming. No one can perform well when being watched from behind, so I slipped out to find some inspiration. Hey, since Proxy's here too, are you all going to the Hollow? Just handling a small task. Is it another secret task of Lighter's? Not a secret one this time. Caesar knows too. Anyway, it's not a secret task. Proxy, I'll put you as the co-author of my new fuel recipe. Wait, I haven't agreed yet. Loudmouth says there are a lot of enemies. How about this, Bernice? You take care of Proxy's bang boo, and when needed, I'll call you for help. Deal? No problem, no problem. Let me go grab the handheld camera. Yes, we'll keep recording visual data. No, we don't need that, right? Go to battle. Special play, the Fist, the Gun, and the Relic event rules. Sand, wind, bandits, treasures. The chaos of the Outer Ring never ceases. As the Red Scarf and Proxy are caught in the fray, how many foes will they face today? Champion's Technique. In the special play, the Fist, the Gun, and the Relic event, each stage offers a customized buff called Champion's Technique. Champion's Techniques obtained in previous stages will automatically carry over to subsequent ones. Easy mode, Investigate. The Investigate mode does not record combat scores. Your goal is to complete the stage within the time limit. Hard mode, Duel. The duel is a timed challenge. Each stage in this mode offers various heat modifiers. Please select at least one heat modifier to begin the challenge and achieve the specified combat score within the time limit to complete the challenge. Each heat modifier will increase your score multiplier. Endless mode, Eternal Noon, is a special challenge that offers various heat modifiers. Please select at least one heat modifier to begin the challenge. Each heat modifier will increase your score multiplier. In Eternal Noon, defeating enemies will extend your combat challenge time and allow you to achieve higher combat scores. Yeah. I don't know if Jane fucks mothers, but she could to get intel. Master, let me introduce you to Special Play. Here you can see the information related to the theme mechanism. Perfect coordination, Lighter's damage will greatly increase. Upon triggering perfect coordination, Vital View is also triggered. How do I trigger it? In addition to theme mechanisms, you can also see the different challenge conditions. Here you can see the information related to the active characters. Let's add a support character to the lineup.
Want a glass of nitro fuel?
Champion rule number 1, be stronger against the strong. Champion rule number 2, don't look at the audience. Champion rule number 3, forget yourself. More of a buy icon. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully it's interesting. Yeah. Press switch character to summon your support character in battle and unleash a coordinated attack. This will not interrupt your character's current action. Coordinated attacks have an 8-second cooldown. Activating coordinated attack right before being attacked triggers perfect coordination, enhancing the effect.
Is this what that loudmouth meant by they've got the numbers? There sure are a lot of them. Too bad they're all so weak.
This is actually really good immediately. It feels like Lighter was designed for this mode, and not the normal combat.
Out of my way! Now we're talking. Move it! Don't overdo it, Bernice.
Because the environment is so restricted, it works better for his really stubby fighting style. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I know it's loud. That's just the game in general. If I adjusted it, otherwise it'll be too quiet. Proxy, something feels off. Was the battle quite smooth? Dealt with the gangs from the Outer Ring. This group of thugs doesn't even rank among the top. This level, how dare they stir up trouble during the Overlord's transfer? The weak lack self-awareness. It's still too early to tell what the situation is, so I plan to press that loudmouth a bit more to see if I can find out anything else. Townspeople told me that loudmouth said the convoy had an urgent job and left early. I asked Big Daddy to contact the leader of that convoy, but it turns out they had a job to run and went into the hollow. Can't reach them now. The information checks out. Slider's still suspicious about this? Yeah, that's just a hunch. There are 2 more leads we can dig into if we want to keep investigating. First, to the loudmouth's intent. When he came for help, he kept pushing for Caesar to take action. Caesar is the real target. Having Caesar show up might force them to reveal their hand. Second is the refinery. I took a quick look when we passed by today. Those bandits scattered quickly and seemed unusually familiar with the refinery's paths. If that's their base, there should be some clues left behind. Yeah, basically. Roxy, join me for another round tomorrow? Is this a counter move? Hard to say. Depends on whether my guess is right. Tomorrow, I'll handle the situation. Caesar, stick to the same strategy you and Bernice used today. I get what you mean. With the boss's personality, getting her to stay in the rear for support. What? The phrasing here is so weird. I'll convince Caesar. True. If it's you, Caesar should listen. Let's meet her tomorrow. I'm counting on you, Proxy. While locking in a time to meet up with Lighter tomorrow, you ask about what Bernice is up to. After all, you still have to pass on the video Eos captured to her. Lighter blocks you off without a word. He doesn't think about that wearing sunglasses can hide his embarrassment, does he? Doesn't even budge when you offer to split his rent with him. All you can do is take your battle trophy red scarf and rest up. Nights in the outer rings seem to be much quieter than in the city. It's a new day. Go catch up with Lighter and help him persuade sweet Caesar. When you arrive, you happen to catch Lighter explaining yesterday's situation to Caesar. Boss, it's pretty much what happened yesterday. So that loudmouth is a liar? Not necessarily, just some doubts. Let's not overthink it. He said all that yesterday just to provoke me into action. Well, then I'll act. Someone wants to challenge me, the new overlord. I'm not going to hide. You think I'd be afraid of an ambush? Boss, if it's a proper challenge, the bigger the spectacle, the better. Otherwise, what's the point of the challenge? Like I said earlier, boss, if you come with me to the refinery today, just show your face and gauge the reaction. After that, leave the rest to me. Roxy, why do I feel like Lighter is making me sound like bait for fishing? Roxy, are you really here to help me? Lighter does have a point. Caesar, you're definitely strong. But isn't Pompey strong too? Wait, hold on. Are you implying I'm Lucius now? Alright, Proxy, I get what you're saying. I'll stay in the back with your bangbu to support Lighter. Does that sound good enough? Never thought I'd ever want to use the word considerate to describe Caesar. King must understand people's hearts, of course. Is that a quote for some movie? It actually sounds pretty reasonable. Anyway, since Caesar agrees with the plan, once Proxy's ready, we'll set off. Let's head back to check out that refinery. Oh. You're not super worried about that, but we'll roll through that once we've finished everything else.
Only the brave will win.
So what activates it doesn't tell you what activates the state. That's the other issue I have with this game, like that they're not really putting the effort in with the localization. It's really poor. Oh, here's the explanation, I guess. A lot of these things are just like,
that's a lot of guys.
They're just gonna happen automatically, so.
Oh man, they're really weak. Seriously? They plan to ambush me with these guys? Is this supposed to be a joke?
Roxy, do you see something over there? Is that a map?
That was weird.
Would you like me to play some epic background music for him?
Thanks, boss. Too weak.
Excellent. Would you like me to play some epic background music for him?
Flames fade, ash remain. Be gone!
See, I kind of wish that these stages were longer and that there was less dialogue between them. This map looks familiar. Wait, isn't this the new route assigned by the Convoy Alliance? Even though it's not the same base map as Lucy's, I can still recognize it. Not just that, boss. Look. Stretch of road marked in red is where Loudmouth said they were ambushed. Could it be that Loudmouth wasn't lying? Now it seems much more likely. If the gang raiding the Alliance's convoy was just fake intel to lure Caesar to the refinery, this map wouldn't even be necessary. Yeah, I remember the terrain near this stretch is quite complicated, making it ideal for an ambush. So does that solve the case? Almost. Gave those thugs a good beating today. I doubt they'll mess with the Alliance's convoy anytime soon. Later, please go check with Piper again on the latest transport schedule for that route. Boss, are you worried? That's right. If they're using a map, it means there's a need to convey information. Besides, I have a feeling the refinery crew was too weak. What if it's because their skilled members were stationed elsewhere? Got it, boss. I'll find Piper and check that road again. Proxy, looks like we're not done for the day yet. You don't mind, right? More work, the better. Alright, I'll call Piper tomorrow. We'll meet at the usual spot in Blazewood. Perfect timing. The Proxy's here. Piper, explain everything together. Sure, it's not too complicated. The route you asked about, Letter, is indeed one the Convoy Alliance uses. But since it passes through the Hollow, unless it's an urgent delivery or Hollow surprise, we don't usually take that route. There haven't been any shipments scheduled to pass through there for a week before or after. At least none from the Convoy Alliance. Why the frown, Lighter? In that case, we don't need to drag the Proxy along. I could just go back and sleep a little longer. Huh? Not going? Are we supposed to make a scene in the Hollow? And there are limited free targets, too. No one has ever said that. Got a new fuel formula that needs testing, perfect for evaluating burn efficiency in action. Piper, you also need a new fuel formula to be put into production, right? Am I the second author of that formula? That's right, that's the one. This is Lighter's mission, right? Lighter has the final say? Why don't we go there? Let's go. Finish what we started. Yay! In a couple of days, we'll go to Badger's Respite and bring you some old magazines. Oh? Deal, deal. No backing out.
Only the brave.
Let's so sleepy.
At least it seems to be going by quickly. I'm wondering what Yanagi's... I might just do Yanagi's event if I can and just not do the intermission until the next update.
I'm gonna burn him to the ground.
Would you like me to play some epic background music for him?
Don't have too much fun doing this.
He makes a good point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
See, I wish you could change the direction of your punches during one of those animations. Or like the direction of his attack during his EX.
He makes a good point.
But you don't really have control over that.
You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
These gangsters, they seem different from yesterday. Let's talk about this when we get back, Proxy. Too weak.
Excellent. Would you like me to play some epic background music for him?
Nice one, Piper. No, you're
Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Play fair, Ash, for me. I pledge my honor! What? Know
He makes
your
a good
place.
point. Suggestion. You should maintain...
Yeah, this is cool conceptually, but it's not very challenging. Not that I want the dual difficulty to be particularly harder. Did you notice, Proxy? Notice what? What did Ladder mumble while fighting? Was it that the Hawa gang is in the same group you investigated before? Exactly. No typical gangs are just a bunch of ruffians. Different gangs will have different styles, common weapons used, slogans to rally their comrades, whether they prefer hit-and-run tactics or overwhelming numbers. I previously guessed that the refinery gang sent some people here to stake out this highway. But from the moment I engaged today, I felt something was off. The highway gang is much more arrogant than those timid ones from the refinery. Don't seem like they're from the same group at all. And why was the map we found at the refinery marked with the location of this highway? So the two sides actually have no connection? Are we the good guys with a knack for showing up where the bandits are? Is a knack for being good? Seriously, no need to overthink it. Matters of the Outer Ring aren't that mystical. It's all about profit. It's probably just that the two groups have their eyes on this highway at the same time. The reason we were led to the refinery is likely that we were seen as a tool to eliminate competition. Oh, so that's how it is. Lighter seems very familiar with such matters, figuring it out so quickly. Just seen it too many times. I didn't expect that we would find that map at the refinery. And these bandits led the Sons of Callan right to their territory. Did I get it right? So far, that seems to be the case. And the question is, why has this route suddenly attracted the attention of two gangs? Piper, you mean that recently there haven't been any convoys from the Alliance passing through here, right? That's right. Won't mistake anything regarding freight. No matter what they're after, they probably haven't gotten their hands on it yet. Otherwise, we would have struck out today. That said, I remember there's an abandoned side road near this highway. The bandits haven't given up. They might be hiding there, waiting for an opportunity to strike. I need to check the old map for the exact location. I'll also go gather some intel on the Outer Ring. These bandits are causing such a commotion, there must be a reason behind it. I can help gather some information as well. Thanks, Proxy. Who would have thought hunting down the gang of bandits would lead to this? Working with Lighter was quite enjoyable. It's my pleasure. Same plan for tomorrow. Meet here. Go back to the rest area after confirming a meeting time with Lighter. As Faithin, of course, I have my own ways of gathering intelligence. Finally, a fair reward after a flurry of hard work. You line up at a time and place over the communicator with that familiar voice. It's about time for bed. It's a new day. Your appointment from yesterday should be here by now. Go give Lighter a surprise. You're here, Proxy. It's here. Oh, did you hear something, Proxy? You snap your fingers and a fiery red rescuer emerges from the shadows. Hey, Lighter, my man! Proxy, who's this? Manager, did Lighter lose his memory? Doesn't even recognize me? Do I need an introduction? Yeah, I don't remember you. Go ahead and introduce me, Proxy. No, that's not how you should react. Shouldn't you be shouting? Even if I forget everyone, I'll never forget my senior Billy. Don't joke around. Even in the soap operas that Caesar secretly watches, nobody says lines like that. Or are you even more addicted to soap operas than Caesar? Come on, you two, cut it out. Got it, manager. Long story short, the manager found Nicole and asked if anyone had recently placed a contract related to the Outer Ring Hollow. Not only that, but the ones who took it were cutting hairs. As expected of you, Lighter. After all, this is a job involving the Outer Ring. Not everyone is like Boss Nicole, who prioritizes money over their life. The job is to escort a shipment from the Outer Ring's Hollow into the city. Cargo's something that the Outer Rings Gas and Oil Company stumbled upon during excavation. An artifact from an old civilization. Come on, give me some reaction here. I get that the manager already heard this, but later, can't you show a little more excitement? Oh, wow. So excited. Anyway, manager filled us in on what you've been investigating over the past few days. After we cross-checked, we found that the road you're tracking is the exact route that the artifact is being transported through. So, the bandits have been eyeing that stretch of road. Their target is likely this artifact. Boss Nicole was over the moon when she found out you were investigating this. She said now she could she immediately ordered me to assist you in dealing with it. Oh, so the intel broker mentioned that a wealthy merchant from the city's hiring reliable transport teams for jobs in the Outer Ring. So that's what it's about. Now we finally identified the target. Thanks, Proxy. You too, Billy. Right after Piper gave me the coordinates of the abandoned side road, she said, "That can handle it alone, right?" Went off to take a nap. Billy, can you lend me a hand with the Proxy? Just for some support. Proxy, does Lighter really not mind being used by Nicole? Billy, even if you lower your voice, I can still hear you. Come this far, no reason to just let it go now. Besides, it's fine if someone unrelated, but since it's about you, Billy, it's only right to give you a hand. Otherwise, would I just leave you in the Proxy alone in the hollow? Lighter's a good guy. You're welcome. Now, Lighter, you give the coordinates to the manager. When we're ready, let's get going, shall we? This is so much dialogue for nothing, man.
We fighting?
Want a glass of...
Starlight, it's time to shine!
I should get a drink momentarily. Hold the dodge button to provoke. Oh, okay. That's a secret input. I don't think that's listed anywhere.
Who wants to die first? Alright, I'll still take you down.
How's my fire support, little bro?
You sure you're not hitting the guys I've already downed?
Just looking out for you!
Too
Excellent.
weak.
Would you like me
Who
to play
wants to
some
die
epic
first?
background music for him?
Know
He makes
your
a good
place.
point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Who wants to die first? Why are you suddenly being so careful with your shots, Billy?
The art of shooting lies in precise trigger control.
Excellent. Would you like me to play some epic background music for him?
Who wants to die first? Play fade, Ash. Remain. Know
He
your
makes a good
place.
point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Know
He makes
your
a good
place.
point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good
Well, that's good to hear.
relationship with this agent.
I don't know specifically what team at Namco Bandai is developing it,
You
honestly.
should maintain a good relationship with this
I'm just gonna quickly Google that. There's also an anime based on this. It's developed by Game Studio. That's impossible to Google. What the actual fuck? Who is in charge of that name? Thanks, Piper. You're right. The Manning Highway Gang is indeed hiding in that abandoned junction. Whoa. Looks like things went smoothly for you? More than smoothly. We even found... How about leaving a little surprise, Billy? Huh? Are you telling me to keep quiet? What is Lighter planning? I have no idea. No, you don't worry about it. Ryder's just trying to steal the spotlight again. Proxy, aren't you curious to see something interesting? Don't have to wait long. Tomorrow's the day when the old civilization artifact gets transported into the city, right, Billy? Yes, that's right. Once the artifact is safely escorted tomorrow, my job will be complete. Let's leave it for tomorrow, then. Proxy, get a good rest tonight. I have a bit of work to do tomorrow. You really have to keep it a secret? Just a little show. Just look forward to it. Proxy, let him be. If we don't let him keep it secret, he'll be sulking until next month, like, how did I miss my chance to show off in front of the Proxy? I see. I'll keep my secret safe until tomorrow, Ladder, my brother. Although I still don't quite understand why you want to keep it hidden. Alright then. See you tomorrow, Proxy. After Billy valiantly vouches for Lighter, he strides off with Piper to catch up on Old Tom's Big Daddy. Lighter stands in the hot outer ring breeze with his head slightly lowered as if thinking about something. Meeting your gaze, Lighter flashes a grin at you. Why does no one have any sense of fun or creativity? That's why people always say you're a big show-off. Is that so? Well, doesn't sound like a bad thing to me. You'd be quite popular in the era of entertainment. Entertainment, huh? Got a point. As long as you're willing to amuse the audience, you'll get more attention. More attention means more profit. Simple, isn't it? Despite his voice carrying a hint of laughter, Lighter's expression appeared to be dim. Is it time to change the subject? You chat with Lighter about Billy's combat performance today and learn that Lighter takes on a very respectful tone, despite Billy being clearly outside earshot. There's no way you're ever going to mention this to Billy. You line up at time to meet up tomorrow before heading back to your resting place. It's a new day. Feels like you could hear the humming of motors while you were sleeping. Is that how dreams sound in the outer ring? It's nearly time. Better go meet up with Lighter. Morning, Proxy. Ready to head out? Are we supposed to be escorting cargo? If you're riding a bike, what about me? Thought Billy would borrow one. Question. Is riding a motorcycle considered intelligent driving? Oh, unless it's the other way around. On the contrary. No. I don't have that kind of capability. That's not driving. That'd be a stunt performance. Is Billy's joke time over? I'm just warming up for your performance. Look, Proxy's smiling so happily. Performance. Lighter's thought of a more comprehensive plan for escorting the goods. That was to prevent the bandits from pulling any more tricks. Let me talk to the Proxy. Lighter gestures for you to come in closer and whispers his plan to you. So, Proxy, isn't this safer than a motorcycle escort? I'll wait and see. Stay tuned. See, the problem with all this dialogue is that it just ends up feeling like a nothing sandwich.
I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy.
Because I have no... They're just telling me about things that are happening and not showing any of it. $50,000 points. I don't know how hard that's going to be. I'm going to choose one and see how that goes, I guess. Oh, it's a train.
You were right, little bro.
Thankfully, I don't have to go back there anymore.
He makes a good point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Still got it, bro.
He makes a good point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Nice one.
He makes a good point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Still got it, bro.
He makes a good point. Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Oh, this is super tedious.
Suggestion. You should maintain a good relationship with this agent.
Okay, I'm gonna switch out to Caesar. Oh, is all we have to do? You just play it until you die?
These guys really put in a lot of effort, but in the end, they're just a bunch of stupid thieves.
Yeah, that shit's kind of a mess, and I couldn't even see where the countdown was for Billy, so like a lot of the time I would try to parry with Billy, and then just nothing would happen, and it's like, oh, okay.
Oh? Does that mean you've already gotten to the bottom of it? What's the deal?
Do you remember the gang we took down a couple of days ago? The one holed up in the refinery?
I remember. It was the gang that Loudmouth asked the Sons of Caledon to take down. You and Caesar both said they were so weak they scattered as soon as the fighting started.
That's right. I found a map in their hideout marked with some routes, which led to everything that happened afterward. At first, I thought their greedy presence on this route got them taken out by the highway gang, who used the Sons of Caledon to do their dirty work. But the gangsters who tried to hijack us today confirmed my suspicions. The true masterminds were, in fact, the gang holed up in the refinery.
I see. So that means the ones who attempted the carjacking today were them.
Yep, it was the same crew. Their quick defeat was, just an act. They faked their retreat to go off the radar and save their strength, until the day of the carjacking. The gang at the highway junction was their real target. They wanted to use the Sons of Caledon to take them out.
They really outsmarted themselves. If they hadn't tried to be so clever by coaxing the Sons of Caledon to do their dirty work, we might not have even noticed the carjacking at all. They managed to get caught between the former and current Red Scarf, losing to both. What are the odds? Is that bad luck, or some twisted kind of good luck?
They really put a lot of thought into this, didn't they? That artifact of the old civilization they were after must be worth a lot.
Before Lighter could finish speaking, a hand clapped down hard on his shoulder.
Yo, Proxy, little bro! What you talking about?
Has that batch of goods been delivered?
Yep. After getting through the outer ring, the rest of the trip went smoothly. Not a single red light. Could it be my lucky day today?
Billy, perfect timing. Lighter and I were just talking about the cargo. Did you stick around to see it get unloaded? What kind of artifact of the old civilization was it?
We're guessing it must be something pretty valuable. That's why this whole mess happened.
Oh, that would make sense. The client's eyes lit up as soon as they mentioned the artifact. They said it was something like a symbol of the old civilization's industry and highway culture. A pure white statue that was once known worldwide. And it existed wherever there were roads. So it must be pretty awesome. But
what?
Well, maybe I don't know much about the old civilization. The thing kinda looks like a white... marshmallow? No, wait. Rubber ring? No, that's not it. A tire! Yeah, a tire!
Michelin Man?
It looks like a person made from white tires. It was kinda weird. But it's huge! The old civilization actually considered this thing a symbol of industry and highway culture?
Who knows? Maybe people of the old civilization just had unique aesthetic tastes. Since you're both here, how about we go grab a couple drinks?
Wait, even me?
Well, let's go find Bernice. She can do more than just mix our drinks. You coming, bro?
That's a wrap. This time it's for real. Lighter looks quite relaxed. Not too bad. Normally there wouldn't be so many people involved, but having someone to support you feels pretty good. It's like a long time ago. Nice, Proxy. I'm just doing it for the money too? That sounds familiar. Just because you're getting paid doesn't mean I can't thank you. After all, you really want me to say it out loud? It's nice to have someone watching my back. That's it. Okay, well, that was really underwhelming. Oh, the daily reset hit. Right. Because it hits at 4 a.m. now due to daylight savings. Challenge targets. Triangle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night. I really don't want to do the agent's story if I can avoid it. Ooh. Is this going to be permanent? It's not part of the Redo Chronicles. That's what I was worried about. So this teleports me back to the TV, right? Okay. So none of this is going to have new story stuff. This... Okay, that is his character story. And these are just warm-up tasks for these characters, I guess. It does mention the event ends soon. Ugh. So I guess these are just bonus rewards for doing the character stories. Yeah, okay. Well, let's quickly do this. At least one. Just to see what this looks like. Okay, yeah, we got a proper team. And we'll see if we can quickly do the Yanagi event, but it looks like I'll have to stream this either later or on Sunday to finish the character stories. I might skip it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have to do the stuff off stream and then see how much stuff I get.
I'm here. Come on.
Proceeding as ordered.
I'm not a loser. Wait. See?
Her damage isn't as amazing as I thought it might be. It's okay, I guess. Yeah, there really isn't... How do I get these? Oh, Moonlight Traces is Yanagi's one. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, so as long as I can get like 1,000... Flaming Fist... Yeah, that's okay. So how many more can we get here? I don't even know if there's a benefit to doing more of that. Oh yeah, there you go. You get extra. Okay. So, that's what, 300... 400, 560, 860. Plus 390. Yeah, that'll be enough for the polychrome. Yeah, okay, so I won't have to do the story stuff. I can just do the rest of this off stream. Perfect. Oh, although this is just story, okay. So let's crunch some numbers here. So you'll get 300. Oh, so you'll actually end up a little shy. Unless you get some just... So you get 50... Okay, yeah. So yeah, you don't have to do the story. Yeah, side story. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that stuff for another time, because this weekend I want to stream Cairn and the time I have left. If I'm going to stream anything. So let's just quickly do one of these. I'll do the rest of this out off stream. But just for the sake of let's see. That makes the most sense, I think. Well, that's a relief. And we got all this knocked out during one stream. And I probably won't stream this again until after. Yeah. But also, like, I don't know if I feel it was worth it necessarily, if I'm being completely honest.
Surrender! Good?
Resistance is futile. Being happy's what counts.
Roger.
Good.
Enemies of Section 6 shall pay.
Right, I need to do that earlier.
Surrender.
Yeah, because she has like some sort of counter property on her skill, but I forget the timing for it. I triggered against the robot, but not against Bellum. All right. So yeah, I'm honestly kind of kind of exhausted after all that. Is there anything? No, I'm just gonna do my dailies. And then we'll wrap up stream. I hope that they can come up with some sort of engaging exploration mode for this game, but I feel in a lot of ways it's kind of overstayed its welcome. It sounds like high praise. I mean, technically, Armored Core 6 has an animated lady in your head. And so does the Armored Core Secret Level adaptation.
Start your day.
In fact, the voice actress for Air reprises her role more or less. Not the same character, but similar voice in an Aug's head. Oh yeah, I got lighter and then I completely forgot to use them to consume the rest of the experience for the training course thing. Well, I mean, we're gonna have Miyabi and Haramasa soon, so there'll be some opportunities there. Assuming I don't lose my 50-50.
Stop resisting. It's no good. Taking the shot.
Yeah, I would very much like to have a different team, but like this team is just too good as it is. And like the only other real worthwhile one is Caesar, and then Bernice and Jane. Luna Laura, thank you for the raid. How are you doing? So you're playing some Theatrhythm Final Fantasy. I'm not sure which one Barline is specifically. Was that one that came out recently? Hope you had a good one. I'm a fan of rhythm games myself. I was actually just about to wrap up, but you know, I can keep going for a little bit. I've got some stuff I can certainly do. But yeah, hope you had a good stream. Of course, if you need to get something to eat or drink or get some rest, make sure you take care of yourself. That's weird. Is this title going to be removed? Wasn't there one that came out recently? Like, is that the most recent one, or because I've really lost track of them, if I'm being completely honest. Because there's been a few. There's been like DS ones, 3DS ones, mobile ones, or ones that I think aren't even Final Fantasy necessarily. I never really got into them myself personally. I found the control method is a little awkward. I honestly just like playing rhythm games on a controller. Okay, yeah, that's the PS4 and Switch one. Got it. No PC release, huh? Always weirds me out when rhythm games don't get PC releases for whatever reason. There was something else like that recently. What was it? And I know the Persona dancing games never came to Steam. And that's always an odd one to think about. No, recently Taiko Drum Master just came. I would love there to be a new Miku rhythm game, honestly, because specifically the Project Diva F and X style games, because I don't like the arcade ports. Gotcha. Yeah, so not that old in the grand scheme of things, but still old. Well, it's much appreciated. It's a weird time of night. I honestly just decided to stream spur of the moment because I've been putting off playing Zenless Zone Zero on stream, and the end of the current update is like Monday or Tuesday, and a whole bunch of limited time rewards are going away, so I thought, may as well. Yeah, because like Mega Mix is okay, but they don't feel like they're really designed to be played on a controller, which is really frustrating. Because they ask you to hold weird combination of buttons that it's just really unintuitive.
Target spotted.
I also forgot to grab myself a bang boo.
Perfect score.
That should be fine.
Counter.
There it is.
I would love to have them go back to the old format as well, because like Project Diva X was fine, but it still wasn't quite what I wanted.
Gotcha.
Lighter's damage reduction really doesn't do much for him.
Solid hit.
Things are about to get violent.
Still a lot of damage that I took. Oh, this is gonna be a long fight. Alright. There we go.
To burn! Be ready. Just one strike.
Oh, that's done really fast. Okay. So once Lighter kind of gets into his rhythm. Interesting. I need to try out his taunt, because it also seemed like when he was taunting I was able to parry something. But I didn't want to try it against that enemy because I was taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Whoop. That was not your computer, that was mine. My controller got unplugged for a second. Ugh. Much like these characters. Oh well. I don't have a bang boo for them. Okay, let's give this a shot. I don't know if you checked out any of the stuff that was announced during the Game Awards. Was there anything gaming related that was announced recently that has you excited? I actually found that a lot more entertaining than I was expecting. Oh, that taunt can only be done in the side-scroller mode. Okay. Or do I need meter to do it? Maybe.
Get him. Stay calm now.
Don't mess
I
up
think
my
it's
man.
quite telling that even with this combination, they've given us 2 stun characters. But is it just so that we can do ice damage? They should have given us Sokaku. Yeah, because Lycon increases the stun damage multiplier. So I think they genuinely intend for you to pair Lighter with like Qingyi, which is strange. I still find Lycon and Ellen awkward to use.
What a pain.
Things are about to get violent.
Yeah, I don't know what the proper rotation for Ellen is. Oh, okay. That's what I mean. Sometimes you dodge too early with lighter. And for some reason now it's recurring a perfect dodge.
Go, stand still.
Don't mess up my nails.
Oh, this guy's a proper.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, that was not
Thank
worth
you for
it.
your patience.
I forget which attacks of Lycons build up the yeah, no, switching to Lycon was completely pointless. I didn't build up any stun damage. I guess it might just be the final attack of his basic attack combo. Here, I'm gonna actually look up provoke later. Zenless. No, I think that might just be for that mode specifically. Okay. Well, we've put him through his paces. Let's do one more with Yanagi, and then I think we'll wrap up stream there. Oh, there's more. Oh, that's fun. There are other buffs we can apply. Yeah. Seth unfortunately does not do a whole lot because his attacks are really slow. Okay, I need to do that earlier. There we go. Very nice. This is rough. Yeah, I still maintain that these enemies are incredibly poorly designed. Oh, she keeps doing that as long as you hold the button down. Interesting. And like Moore's is really annoying because he has a bunch of attacks that don't trigger a parry flash. Yeah, but it's only the finisher that triggers the mini disorder. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, man, those enemies really suck. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that's too much more exciting that's going to come out of this mode. So, I guess let's relay our raid here. Let's see. I guess we'll raid out to Faye, who's currently playing some Stranova. Which is the other more Valorant style anime competitive shooter that came out recently. That I just also can't play because I have too much on my plate. But we'll go say hi to them. And I don't know when I'll next be streaming. Probably sometime this weekend, but we'll see. I'm probably going to spend most of this weekend on Sea of Thieves, let's be honest. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Thank you for the raids. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Get something to eat or drink or get some rest if you need it. And I will see you all when I next end up going live. Peace out. Bye.